Yeah.
A little bit later on. Well, hey everyone. Welcome to Spirit Brothers UK live talk show tonight. Been waiting and wanting to do this for a little while.
Been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while since we've done a talk show, yeah. But look, we're here now. So obviously there's no one here at the moment, but people will come in as they do, and we're here to talk about anything paranormal, locations that we've been on in the past, future locations as well. And then a little bit later on, we do have a special guest joining us. Yeah. We have a special guest tonight, all the way from the USA, who will hopefully join us a little bit later. I'll send him out the link. But yeah, we hope that everyone's having and had a good day and a good weekend and
a good summer.
A good summer, yeah. I mean, to be fair, in the UK, our summer's been a bit up and down, isn't it?
It's not been great.
It's not been great, no. But we've had a good couple of weeks, haven't we? We had a good couple of solid weeks of good weather.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it's been hot or anything. It's just been been nice, decent.
Warm, yeah.
That's it, really.
Hey Nathan, thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Nathan, I ain't spoke to you for a very long time, so I really hope that you're doing well. I hope your mum's okay, and I hope Chris is okay. Let me know in the comments if they're all good. I ain't spoke to you for a very long time. That's Jason's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jason, hello, mate. Jason's brother. So yeah, hi She Spins. Thank you for joining us this evening. But yeah, so obviously we're going to wait for a few more people to join before we really do get into it. Obviously, hopefully people will get their notifications, and we'll have a couple of people jumping in. They'll probably jump in and out as they normally do, but they are all fine. Oh, that's good, Nate. I'm glad that they're all okay. Say hello to your mum for me, and say hello to Chris. Yeah, I haven't spoken to your brother for a little while now.
He's busy though, isn't he?
He is busy.
Working
a
lot. So
yeah, he does work a lot. But yeah, hopefully, I'm glad that everyone's all right, and we'll try and get down your way soon and come and say hello to everyone. So that would be nice. Yeah. So how's everyone else doing? Hopefully, everyone else who's already here with us this evening. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Like I said, we'll get into some paranormal stuff. We'll just wait for a few more people to jump in and come and say hello. All right, lads. How you doing, bud? Thank you for joining. Hey, Leah. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Clifford. Hi, Mum.
So, I mean, we'll go through, like I said, our past locations this evening, and we'll go in and we'll talk about our future locations as well. Hello,
I'm Abraham.
Hello, I'm Abraham. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're going to wait for our guest before we really get into the paranormal side of things.
Yeah, well, he's going to join us at 11.
Oh, sorry, he's joining us. Oh, okay,
he's going to join us at 11.
I suppose he's got work.
Yeah, so he'll be on in approximately about an hour and 45 minutes time.
Okay.
And he'll spend about an hour with us. So previous locations that we've done to date. Obviously, we've been running this channel for 2 years.
It's got to be 2 years now.
Yeah, about 2 years. And I still remember my very, very first location that I did with Carl, proper location. It was HMP Shepton Mallet. We went as a group.
Great location.
And that was my first real paranormal encounter as an investigator. Obviously, I've had stuff happen to me when I was a kid.
Seen things.
Yeah.
Heard things.
Yeah, 100%. But what got me that evening was the fact that we were in a prison which dates back to 1600s, 1500s.
Yeah.
So do you do exorcism? No, we don't. No,
No,
we
no.
don't. Hey, from Brazil. Hello, welcome. But yeah, so we walked onto the first floor landing on one of the wings in the prison, and we was all doing our calling out session, weren't we? Like, hi, my name's Daryl. Hi, my name's Bob. Whatever. And out of the corner of my eye, on the second tier, I saw what I can only describe as like a white flashy dot. But it wasn't just a flash like on the screen like or anything else. I saw it with my own eyes, and it kind of moved across the door arch. And you saw exactly the same.
Well, I see it, and you looked at me. It was like, and we kind of gave it that look to say, "Yeah, I see it," and you were like, "Yeah, I saw it," and it was in the doorway, wasn't it, up the top, and it kind of just a flash went from right to left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just mad that how many you saw it at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So that was validated.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's always good when you do see stuff solo, but when you've got somebody stood next to you who sees the exact same thing, it's a bit more. You can credit it a little bit more.
Yeah. It wasn't just me. It wasn't my eyes. It wasn't my brain playing tricks.
Yeah,
it was. I definitely see that.
Are you religious, Christian, or atheist? I wouldn't say I'm like fully religious. I do believe that there is a bit of a higher power out there, but I always do wear my crucifix when I'm on location, or my bracelet when I'm on location.
Yeah, we always take precautions.
Yeah, always definitely do take precautions. And we sage, don't we, quite a lot, depending on what location. We should sage more, but we do sage on locations and stuff. Yeah. You two are the best Muslim couple ever. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Come again. Aladdin carpet on your wall. Yeah, 100%. It's Chris. I'm all good. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? So Chris is Nathan's stepdad. I'm going to say stepdad. I know you're not properly, but stepdad. Okay. He's been there all his life. Jason's mum and stuff like that. So yeah. Just get rid of this person here, guys. But yeah, has anyone had any? Bro, so many tattoos. Yeah, I've got a few there, mate. I've got I don't know, 40, 50 tattoos, all plastered all over me, all over. Has anyone here in the chat so far, have they ever had any paranormal experiences? Like Chris, Nathan, I know you two. So have you ever had any paranormal encounters or anything? I've never actually asked you that.
Well, it's not even any experiences. You just couldn't put your finger on what that was. Because I was talking to someone earlier, that guy on the bench earlier, just before about the car. He was trying to explain, like, do you try and think, oh, what was that? What that could have been? And
like to try and debunk it,
which we do all the time.
Yeah,
you know, because everything everything is not paranormal. So
yeah, no, we do try and debunk stuff. But it's not always possible to debunk it, and then that leads you to the question of what else could it be?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and it's very difficult. But Dragon says, I have a ghost, actually. I caught him in Puerto Rico. Okay, yeah, if you've got that on video or anything, send it over to spiritbrothers@gmail.com gmail.com, and we'll have a little look at that. That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Hi, Dinky.
Yeah, hey, Dinky, hope you're well.
So Nathan said no, he hasn't had anything.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird as well. I don't really go by this thing here because it jumps up and down so much. See, so I don't really understand how that all works properly. But yeah, if any of you have ever had any paranormal experiences, please share it with us. You know, and if there's anyone here from the UK, let us know, you know, if there's any different locations or anything like that you've been to, or that you know that's haunted, that we can potentially visit in the future.
We know you have, Wendigo.
Yeah. Hey, KK, welcome in. I have tons now. I know you do, Wendy. Read my comment. Let me go back up. Bro, so many tattoos. Yeah, I did answer. Um, so, Wendy, because you're jumping in here now, what was your first ever paranormal encounter? I know we've never had you on the show or anything, so
We should really.
yeah, we should. Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to jump up with us if you're free. Anyone's more than welcome to jump up with us. We can just send you the link, and you can jump up that way. But Wendy, what was your first paranormal experience?
It's always nice to hear other people's experiences
Especially from
because
like
they're
around the
all
world. And,
individual. Like
Mhm.
my experience will never be the same as someone else's. That's a good thing about paranormal.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like we've been on location hundreds of times now, and we're stood next to each other, and we still have different experiences even now, don't we? Like I'll feel a certain way, or you might feel a certain way, or
You heard something I didn't.
yeah,
See something I didn't.
yeah. That's it. Like the other day, like you got touched
Yeah.
on location,
Yeah, on my wrist.
on your wrist, and obviously that's a sensation that only you would know. So yeah, visit the Annabelle Museum where it's kept. It will be
A
the final paranormal activity of
life.
life. Do you know what? I would love
Yeah.
to do something like that. And anywhere like that, like haunted museums and stuff like that. That is proper, not just a haunted museum that we can go and investigate, but a haunted museum where the items and the artifacts has been specifically placed there because they can't stay in someone's home any longer.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have anything like that in the UK.
No, I don't think we do.
Not that I'm aware of. Not to say there isn't, but not that I'm aware of.
But it'd be pretty cool.
Oh, it would be a massive.
Pretty cool. So Wendy says, we moved into a house when I was young, and long story short, we ended up moving 2 months later. And to this day, I believe the spirit has followed us. Wow. Okay. So you moved into a house, and I'm guessing with your parents, and then what paranormal things started happening? Like I don't know, like was you touched? Did you see anything?
Was things being moved?
Yeah.
Seeing lights, noises.
Yeah.
Because from my experiences, when I talk to a lot of people, when they go into new houses, what do always people do when they move into a new house? They make it their own. Yeah, and there is people say that when you go into a location and start moving things around,
you don't like it.
Spirits do not like it.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm wondering if that was the case this time. So
this is the thing: is when we moved into this house, obviously there's no carpets down or anything like this and that when we first moved in. And it's still there. We never moved it. It's still there. The Pentagon,
pagan thing.
Yeah, the pagan sign. So was that to keep something out, or to keep something in, or to keep? You just never know. But we've had things happen in this house where I live, and
to the point we investigated it.
Yeah, we have, and we got quite a lot. Haunted doll, for example, and stuff like this. And now the K2s were going nuts. And I know that there is electricity running through the building, but you hold the K2 up to the light and it will fade out, but you put it on the stairs and it'll kick off. So I don't know, but yeah. Visit the Amityville house, most haunted house in the world. Investigate and let us know how was your experience. Yeah, I mean,
absolutely love to.
Never say never. Unfortunately, at the moment we are in the UK and traveling to the USA. I mean, it's just not. It's not viable. You can't do it at the moment, can we? It's money, work, kids, family life.
But never say never.
Never, ever, ever say never. No.
A lot of things heard, seen, felt. What made us leave was after we tried to use the holy water and prayer. It got worse, and Mum and Dad took turns being awake because it would mess
with the pilot lights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's crazy. That is.
So, Wendy, when you moved in, did you change anything to the house or to the property that you was in? Did you change anything? Did you renovate it? Did you put an extension, or did you knock a wall down, or was there anything that you did to the property?
Because like they say, don't they? Like spirits, they just like the way that it was then. You know, when they were there, when they were living.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes like it's not even about changing the wallpaper or laying down a fresh carpet. It's that the house is just generally haunted. Like, it doesn't matter. Because I think, like, you know, if you're feeding things and you're being touched and stuff like this and that, I would lean more towards saying that that's kind of like poltergeist activity, and it's not residual.
No, it's definitely
It's
residual.
you know, it's
Because
intelligent.
it got worse.
Yeah.
So
it's an
the spirit
intelligent
knew
haunting.
what it was doing.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could just been, you know, you moved into the wrong place
Just some tissue.
at the wrong time. That's why I was talking about. No, but when we were moving in, some kids rode up on their bikes and told us that it was haunted, but we didn't believe them. Okay, so maybe there was just an entity there that's attached to the house. And that's probably why the people moved out in the first place before you moved in. So, yeah, that's a tough one. That really is.
And like you said, you said that you felt like it's moved along with you over the years. Is that still the case now? Obviously, I'm guessing, you know, you've moved out of your parents' house, or do you still feel a presence, or do they still feel a presence? Has it kind of died down since you've all sort of moved in different areas and what have you? Because that's the thing as well. Like, I'm a big believer that spirits can travel where they want, when they want. You know, you'll have like these medium people who have a spirit, and they will go with them wherever. So
like
they'll have the spirit.
Derek's aura.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
You know, they'll be with you in the UK. If you went to America, they'll still be with you, and you went to Spain or wherever you go, they'll be with you. So I do believe that there is entities out there that will attach themselves to either you or an item. And then obviously you have that in your possession, then they're going to be with you all the times. But not always is it easy to determine what item is, you know, it's attached itself to.
All I would suggest is, if you know a spirit has followed you, or you know, you bought something and the spirits come in, then you need to go see a professional. You know, a spiritualist, medium, etc.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's not bothering you and you don't care, well, fine, just leave it.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
You know,
100%.
I'm a firm believer from the people that I've spoken to before that if it is bothering you, then you need to go see help. If it's not, then
just
it's not going to bother you.
Like, it could be a family member, or
you know,
someone's looking over you, or it's a bit like us when we have the name Sarah come through on locations. And I genuinely believe, although I've never seen her, although I've never met her or spoken to her, you know, I generally believe that she's there with us to keep us safe for whatever reason. Whether that's me, you, or just us as a team. I don't know. And I suppose we'll never get the answers to that.
Hi, Tim. Thanks, Tim.
Yes, it happens everywhere I live and work. The other night, I walked into the kitchen and the refrigerator door was open.
No, the refrigerator door opened.
Oh, the refrigerator door opened.
I was nowhere
near it. Well, that's crazy.
I mean, the thing is, Wendy, mate, if you're not bothered about it, and you know, and you're happy with it, living with, you know, wherever you are, then
she said, I don't let it bother me. I closed the door and went on. So just carried on with your day,
you know.
Yeah. And, hey, Tim, thank you for dropping in, buddy. It's always nice to have you here. And chat. It's really nice. So thank you for your support. Bro, my comment, please don't skip me.
Dude, we did mention about the tattoos.
Yeah, I promise you. If it is that comment, and the Amityville house, we did experience. We did mention that. So we haven't missed a comment, mate.
I mean, from what he said, yeah, like we said, we would absolutely love to go to
The USA.
the USA.
Yeah. Spoke about the museum and the tattoos.
Yeah.
So we haven't missed a comment.
What's his name? So do you do exorcism? No.
So that's
Abraham. That was
yeah.
it. Sorry, yeah.
So yeah, just carry on with your day, and that'd be that. And fair enough, like I said, if it's not bothering you, and it's not ever been sinister, if you start, when I would start to worry is if you're waking up with scratches on you and all your pictures are upside down, and
yeah, I think that's
you
when
know,
you need, or it's a must that you go and see professional help.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you've got to go to Gettysburg if you guys come. Yeah,
Oh, mate.
I would absolutely love to go to Gettysburg. Like all the Civil War
People
stuff
still
out there.
hear,
Mhm.
bangs and
Yeah.
whatever else, bangs of drums and whatever else at Gettysburg. It's a crazy place.
Yeah, no, Abraham, the last comment you put, buddy, was visit the Amityville house, which we did say that we would like to do. So we haven't missed a comment. No, yeah, Gettysburg would be like outreal, like just absolutely unreal.
Mm.
The amount of history that place holds
Mm.
is like phenomenal. I know obviously over here in the UK we've got 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 years of history, and where we went the other night was it was a tomb that was just over 5,500, 6,000 years old. So
Yeah.
but the Civil War took place out there, and I've seen videos of like the old style cannons, and there was a soldier walking through like mist, or it was on someone's dash cam or whatever it was, and it just looks like a spooky ass place, really does. Yeah. Hey Liam, thank you for dropping in and saying hello.
All right, Liam boy.
Appreciate you coming in and saying hello to us. But yeah, Gettysburg, I think, because we've just pulled it up here on the internet.
Yeah.
And when does it say that it dates back from?
November 19th, 1863.
1863. So
Yeah, 4.5 miles.
there's a lot going on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did an investigation at the Cashtown Inn, if you ever want to look it up. Oh, okay. Is that in Gettysburg, I'm guessing? If you look that up? Cashtown Inn. I'm guessing it's in Gettysburg.
There you go, it's come up straight away.
Is my new comment visible?
Oh, wow, look at
that. No, your comment isn't visible. The last comment that you put is after that. I've done one more comment, so your comment is there. But yeah, on the outskirts.
Cashtown Inn. I mean, it just looks nuts, doesn't it?
The historic Cashtown Inn near Gettysburg.
Yeah. So think about the amount of soldiers that went through that place.
Oh yeah.
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 You can actually pay to go and do the experience.
He did comment again after the Amityville comment. It was 3 down from that one. Okay, let's have a little look. I'll go back.
Sorry if we have missed it, mate.
1,
honestly.
2, 3. It's not there. It hasn't shown up. So we've got visit the Amityville house, most haunted house in the world. Investigate it and let us know how was your experience. And then it goes windy, windy, windy. Tim, dinky, Tim, windy. So if you want to write it again, rewrite it.
Yeah, please do, mate. Honestly.
Yeah. Make sure you're not on.
The Cashtown Inn was built in 1797. In 1815, owner Peter Mark acquired a tavern license and originally had 4 rooms available. Joining Gettysburg and Banshee, the inn became the headquarters for many Confederate officers and staff.
Oh wow!
So think about the amount of stuff that has gone through that place.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! Let's have a look at this. See if I am on top chat or top messages or anything like this and that. So, all messages are visible. Let me go on that live. All messages are visible. There we go.
Oh right, okay.
Okay, so I'm with you now, buddy. So it says, I have seen spirits. It was caught on my mobile in a graveyard. I took pictures. It was captured in photo. Was full moon that night and really scared. I deleted that image.
Oh, I wish you didn't.
Yeah,
Dude.
I
We'd
really
love to
wish
have
you
seen
didn't.
it.
Yeah, that would have been awesome to see that. So I've sorted out the chat now.
So we do apologise,
yeah,
Abraham.
I've seen Spirit was caught on my mobile. Yeah, so he sent it twice. So I do apologise. That was our mistake for having it set to top messages only. Yeah. I have seen spirits. It was caught on my mobile. I took a picture of it. It's captured. Oh, I'm guessing she's
Yeah,
she's writing what
Yeah.
was written. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, we wish you kept that image, dude. We would absolutely love to have seen it.
Yeah.
And given our thought.
Yeah, and if anyone does ever capture any images or anything, they do wish
send them.
if they wish to send it in to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Any videos, any pictures, we would love to see them.
Yeah. Just drop us an email, spiritbrothersuk@gmail.com. Pretty standard, straightforward. And we will try and respond to you within 24, 48 hours of receiving any messages or anything like that. So yeah. Not your fault, fellas. YouTube keeps changing mine from all to top messages. Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought it was something that I done wrong. Thank you, Windy. So yeah, there you go, guys. There's the email address.
Even if you just have any questions that you're not sure about, just write to us and we will get back to you 100%. Yeah, because we would love to, if we can help with anything, we would, wouldn't we? So
yeah, like we don't claim to be experts in anything other than being stupid. But no, when it comes to the paranormal, like we don't claim to be experts. No. We just love doing what we do.
We've just got a lot of experience.
Yeah, we have got a bit of experience now out there in the field.
Because, like I say, we've not just been doing it for the past couple of years. We've been doing it because our own experiences from when we were young. So we've always been into it. So we've always read things and looked up things, and we have got a lot of experience. And I think that's why it works so well on camera. We're at locations, and that's why we get quite a lot of experiences when we're on locations because we've gone through it before.
That's it. Like we had experiences before we even knew each other. We grew up in separate towns, so we didn't meet each other until we was in our 30s. So yeah, that's why we work so well together, is because we've both had the experiences growing up, and we've always had an interest in it. And then we've been on enough locations now to kind of have a little bit of experience in the field. But don't get me wrong, every single location that we do go to is completely different. We do not get the same level of activity at every single location. The spirits will only come through and talk to you if they really want to. It doesn't matter who you are, how much equipment you've got, how polite you are, or how negative you are, or anything like this and that. Yeah, they will come to you if they wish.
Bro, I'm not making any story. It was a real. I showed it to the church members. They were also scared. I deleted that image.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100% believe you.
Get it. We do believe you 100%. We don't think that you're lying.
No,
it's just
it would have been nice to see it because we have the interest in it.
Yeah, that's all. It's not because we don't believe you or anything like that.
No.
And
the thing is people know what they've seen. People know what they've felt. People know what they capture.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like we have stuff. We've had videos and photos that we've taken ourselves, and we've captured bits in the photo that we're not sure what it is and what it was. You do a little bit of research, well, sometimes a hell of a lot of research, and you start unraveling a little bit of a story and stuff like this and that, and like what it could be and what it can't be and stuff. Like the one that we captured at Knowlton Church, when we had to offer the fruit.
Yes.
And you took the photograph.
It's still on my phone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's still on my phone to this day. I'm never going to it.
Yeah, so maybe Cole can show you guys in a sec the photo
But I totally understand where Abraham's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like we do it because we're doing that thing.
Yeah.
He was taking a picture because he was taking a picture,
Mm-hmm.
not expecting to capture anything at all.
But this is the thing, though. You can capture things when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always set out to capture. When we go on location, we don't expect to capture anything. And we've done probably 50, 60 different locations, and only ever once have we caught a full apparition on camera.
Yeah.
Twice we've only captured shadows.
Mm.
We had
he screamed a little girl.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah. It took 2 years to get that EVP that we got in the cap. Like, we just don't get stuff like that happen all the time. The giggle.
No.
And so yeah, like I get it. I get why you would delete it. If you're not, purposely out to capture that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
then,
that's right.
Maybe get it gone. If that's not something that you want to be involved in and stuff like this and that, then it's best to just delete it and
you
forget it and move
you've done
on,
the right
right?
thing. You didn't want it on your phone and you're scared, and you deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But because we're into that thing, we're just saying we would like to have seen it because we're into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But if you do get any other pictures, please send it.
Yeah.
Because we want to have a look, see what you caught.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last night, guys, just moving on from that, we actually, let's answer Windy first before I move on to that. I have a question. Where was the scariest location you've been to?
Where you wanted to leave?
Well, that's tough because
now my one is not necessarily I wanted to leave because what we seen or heard. It was because of where we was. Now you're going to know where I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I didn't like being in there full stop.
Yeah. I went in first.
Yeah. So my scariest location is not because that I saw something that I didn't like or heard something that I didn't like. It was because it was underground. We had to climb through a little hole and a bank through into tunnels, old hospital tunnels, and it was just the scariest place I've ever been.
They were so vast.
We
got round
tunnels
the first
just didn't
corner.
stop. They just went that way, that way, that way, that way. It just.
We got around that first corner, didn't we? And shine the light to the end. And it's got to be 300 foot, 400 foot long?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like maybe a little bit longer than that. But then off that, you had more tunnels, and you would follow one tunnel, get to the end, and then there's another T-junction, and then you don't know whether to go left or right, and then it's just like a little maze down there. And
it was so scary, mate. I never want to go back there.
Would you not go back?
No.
I would. I would go back.
Because for me, that was my scariest location.
Yeah.
I just never knew if I was going to come around the corner and something was going to go boom.
Well, this is the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Because
it was just so scary. Old hospital tunnels.
Because we do a lot of public places, you do just simply never know who's going to be there. You don't know whether you're going to encounter another paranormal group. You don't know whether you're going to encounter some teenagers drinking, or you just never know. But that place was. Like, you could tell being in there, there was bottles, there was cans, there was rubbish. People had visited it. So yeah, you just never knew what was going to be down there or who was going to be down there. And because we were so far underground, and
if anything had happened, no one would have heard us.
No, that's right.
Because we were deep in the woods,
no phone signal.
We would have been buggered.
Yeah.
We really would have. So yeah, that's not because, like I said, of a ghost or a spirit, or it was just because the location. It was the scariest place I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And I never want to go back there again. Not to say that I won't.
Yeah.
But to date, it's probably my scariest location that we've been on. Absolutely.
And for me, I think my scariest location that I've done to date it's one of two really. They're quite close together in terms of what I felt about the place. But it was George Jarvis School.
Great location.
Because I got scratched. I physically got scratched at that place. And that really did put the frighteners on me because I didn't expect it. It was the first time I'd ever been touched. And the sheer depth of the scratch marks on my back, they lasted for weeks afterwards. So that place really did scare me, but I would love to go back there because I want answers, and I didn't get them that night. So I would like to go back. The second place, which is on my scary list, would be Bellis Nap, the Shadows of Bellis Nap, because that is the only place where I've actually screamed on camera.
So just before we go and speak about Bellis Nap,
I knew what I saw.
I just want to show people.
Oh, the scratch marks on my back.
Yeah. So these scratches, this is when we first checked your back.
Yeah, and we will get to your comments in a sec, guys.
Yeah, so just bear with, we will get there. So these are the scratches on Daryl's back. Yeah. Okay. Now that was literally when it happened.
Yep.
And then we left. What, about 2-3 hours later?
Yeah, I think a little bit longer than that, maybe 3 or 4 hours later.
So maybe 3 or 4 hours later, we got into the car, and I wanted to check Daryl's scratches again, and this is what was on his back. So, yeah, it is a very, very scary place, but it wasn't my scariest location.
Yeah, and the thing is, guys, as well, was that place wasn't just because of the scratch marks. We decided to go and do a little vigil up in the room, shut the door, so it was literally just me and Carl. It's all on camera. We was live, and this stone come flying across the room and nearly knocked us out. Now there was no one in that room. It's all on camera. It was the most. I don't know what the word is. Like I don't just want to use a normal word like haunted or scary or spooky. Like it was off the chain, that place. And I know people would say, "Oh, why are you going back? You're crazy. You know, you've got scratched, bloody blah." But for me,
now we've got questions to ask.
Yeah, I want answers. I want to know who it was and why they did it.
Yeah, 100%.
And back then, guys, we didn't really have much equipment.
So we've not been doing it.
Yeah, no, we hadn't. Yeah, it was literally like a Christmas birthday gift thing, wasn't it? You know, so we went and done it. But yeah, so
right, let's read some of the chats.
So go back up there. So near that grave where I captured the image, the next night I took EMF meter.
Yeah.
Known as a ghost meter.
Yeah.
It was
fully read
on EMF meter, and me and my friend ran away from that graveyard and gone right into the church.
What you got to think of? Graveyard. People are laid to rest. We are going there, and we are probably disturbing
their peace.
Yeah. So yeah, there will be spirits and maybe ghosts around.
Yeah.
But you know, I think you did the right thing. You know, and you left. You know, someone like me or Daz, you know, we would have stayed there. But that comes down to because that's what we do. That's what we're into.
The thing is, like, we do say to each other on locations quite often, like, you know, apple buckleberry, for example. You know, when we're up there, we're whispering at each other. You know, if it's and it just feels like, do we really want to be here? Do we need to be here? But we stick it out because that's what we're there to do.
It's the scariest.
It's the scariest cemetery I've ever been in.
Cemetery that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Because the feel of that place is just horrendous.
Yeah. Wendy says, I'd be scared. I'd get lost
in them tunnels. Those tunnels are horrific, mate.
Yeah. Dinky says, true. Raw V, can you shout out Raw V? Raw V, hello.
Raw V.
Windy Girl says, well, crazy. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the photo that you put up.
Yes.
I always thought being scratched, it would be an evil spirit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Don't forget, these spirits that do these kind of things, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not,
and they're doing it for a reason.
That is
they want you to get
100%
out.
Intelligent. That is not.
Yeah, that's
you
not
can't
just...
get scratched from like stone tape theory or residual energy.
No, that is a nasty spirit that doesn't want you there.
They know fully damn well what they're
100%.
doing. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
that was an evil entity that didn't like us for whatever reason, and it's all on camera.
Yeah.
So you would see us.
If it's all right, would you be able to put it up and just play the 30-second clip from it, just to show these guys what it was, what happened?
What, of you being scratched or the stone?
Of me being scratched. Because it was George Jarvis live. Bear with us, guys, and I'll bring it up and I'll show you the clip, because I initially, if you go to live, and it's all the way down to the bottom, and then George Jarvis live, that one.
That one there.
Yeah, that one there. And it's a bit grainy and a bit blurry, guys. It's probably about 5-10 minutes in we was in that room.
In this room?
Yeah. That's where I got scratched in there. Can you hear it?
I've just turned it down.
Oh. 2 secs, guys.
Or if you want to carry on talking, I'll find...
Yeah, I'll just go back and read some of these in. Psychic D, thank you for dropping in and saying hello. My son gets scratched like that often. Okay, really? So, Miss Psychic D, so do you believe that you have like a malevolent spirit in your property, or is this when he's out and about? Evil entities do exist. They really are scary ones. If he wants to live a good life, should never ever visit haunted places, houses, anything which is haunted. If it possesses you, you will be destroyed. Yeah, he's got a good point. Hey, Jonathan, buddy, thank you so much for joining us. We'll get you up shortly. So Jonathan's going to be our special guest this evening. So we'll chat with him a little bit later. I have really terrifying story. I'll tell you if you're interested to know most dangerous evil spirit possession on a young boy. Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely, man.
Share. This is what this live is about.
We love to hear your experiences, mate.
For you guys to share.
Far away, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyone have anything? I don't think it's that early in, dude.
It's definitely in this room.
Don't forget, we stayed at... okay.
Yeah, do you want me to skip to it? So I pretty know where it is. There you go. So, I'll play it from here, guys. So I'll play it from here for you.
Well, you know, it's coming up.
Yeah. Ever since I come into this room, you got a torch? Yeah. My back, it feels like it's burning, bruv. What? My back feels like it's burning. Look at that. Hello. Right, let me have a look. See if your back is... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at Daz's back. Mate, you've got massive scratches on your back. Bruv, I'm telling you now, there is massive scratches on your back. Oh my god, guys, can you see that as well, yeah? Look at that. So if you can see that, guys, that was my back as it happened. This was live on our YouTube channel. These scratches. I am not even joking, Daz. I'm going to take a picture. Yeah? Yeah. So it was pretty gnarly. to be fair, it was pretty gnarly, and I think most people who, if they get scratched like that, or I don't know, bit, punch, scratch, whatever, they would never go there again. But for me as an investigator, I feel as though I need a bit of closure on the topic. I need to know why, and you know,
who it was.
Yeah, like did they just not like me as a person, or was I invading their space too much? Did I say the wrong thing? But we chose that location because we knew that it had paranormal ongoings there, but I never expected in my wildest dreams to get scratched.
No,
like that.
no one ever thinks they're going to get hurt.
No, no.
You know.
Yeah, my back was like that for weeks afterwards.
Can we just go back to
Yeah,
Psychic
you
D?
carry on, buddy.
Because I'm quite concerned about her son getting scratched often. So Psychic D, how old is your son, if you don't mind me asking?
I think she has commented further down as well.
Yeah. Happens in the homes with spirit activities. Sometimes he doesn't feel it until I see it, and sometimes it burns and stings.
Oh, wow.
So exactly the same thing that you had. My
Mm-hmm.
back is burning. What's going on? We had a look. There's scratches.
Mm-hmm.
Can happen for various reasons. That one wanted to warn you. So I'd be very, very worried by that, Psychic D, because that is a clear sign of someone warning you. So they're hurting you, meaning they want you to leave.
For physical harm, especially on a child, I'll be wanting to investigate that a little bit more.
Yeah, it's bad enough anyway, but if your child is young, I would seriously remove him from that location because that's not fair on him.
And just out of curiosity,
and it could only get worse.
Yeah,
in these situations, they can get worse.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to say what can possibly happen, but yeah, that's quite worrying, mate.
Yeah.
I would honestly think about seeing someone or.
And I was just going to ask, like, out of curiosity, are you in the UK, or what part of the world are you from? Because
he's 16, we have just moved and all good now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it could have been a previous address.
Yeah.
Something to do with the previous address.
Okay. Sorry for asking
Yeah.
private questions, by the way, but
Yeah.
we just want to make sure that
hi, McCann. I'm lurking. Thank you for jumping in with us this evening. Appreciate you so much. I think we're all caught up on the chat at the moment. I have really terrifying story.
So, Abraham, please tell us that story, mate.
Please, if you're still here, share it with us.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
So,
Australia. Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a ways for us to go.
Yeah.
What I was going to get at is if they're in the UK and
yeah, we'd love to come and
we would, we're not mediums, we're not exorcists, we're not anything like that,
but we can do
investigating
certain things that may help you.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
But if you've moved now and everything's all okay,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just worrying. That's all.
Yeah, I'm telling you the story. Please wait a little while, guys.
It's a big message. No worries, mate.
We're going to be here for at least another 2 hours.
So yeah, don't worry, mate. We ain't going anywhere yet. So you type away, young man.
We'll have our special guest on in about an hour's time.
Can't wait for that.
Can't wait for Jonathan to come up.
He's got so many good stories.
Yeah.
He's done so many locations, as a lot of you know, because you know him. You've known him longer than what we have.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Are scratches negative, or is it just how contact manifests? I would say it's just purely negative.
Absolutely, it's negative. It's a way of saying get the F out.
Yeah, they know what
pretty
they're doing.
Much. Like I say, it is a nasty spirit that knew what he was doing.
I mean, if someone scratched me and they wanted to get my attention, then I would have imagined that because we were still on location for several hours afterwards, that they would be able to give us some sort of indication as to why. But when we left that room, we didn't get any further truth on behind it, did we? Like, it was just that room. I think it's all negative. You get scratched.
But what I do believe, it followed us to that last room.
Yes.
Stones.
Yeah.
Now that is obviously still on video of the stones being thrown.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was pitch black and you didn't see me jump like a little girl. It was very, very scary. It
was a very dark place, very scary place.
Yeah.
And you got to think we're in a building with 60, 70, 80 rooms.
Mhm.
It's a very vast building.
Yeah.
It's
It's huge.
very derelict. You know,
Mm.
the paint's peeling, the floorboards are creaking. And it's always had negative reports from the media when it was opened as a boarding school.
That's why we went there in the first place.
Yeah, it was used to house the army when they come back from war for their wounds and stuff like this and that. So yeah.
Exactly, psychic. Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
why we want to go back there. I know it sounds bad that we want to go back there, but we have questions now as if to why the hell someone tried to hurt my friend.
I just got you shared out. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you so much, buddy. Really do appreciate you.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Tornado Garden. Boo, y'all. Hello. Welcome for coming. Thank you for coming in, Tornado. Appreciate you so much. They've been with us for a little while now, Tornado, following, leaving comments and that on our videos, so it's really nice to see. I do think that we've got a very, very good group of people that follow us. They're just some of the most nicest. I know I've not personally met any of them.
We hope we do.
Yeah, eventually
in the future, we'd love to.
I hope. Yeah,
and do an investigation.
But
that'd be great.
We hardly get any trolls on our channel. You get the odd one or two.
No, yeah, I mean, especially on YouTube, you're gonna get it.
But
you know, I still respect it. You know, fine if that's what you're saying. Fine, fair enough.
Yeah, we just wait till the cameras turn off.
Yeah,
but no, we do appreciate each and every single one of you. There you go.
Right, so they used to visit every church member's house for prayer. That boy was demon possessed from 18 years. He is now 23 now. We played a Jesus worship song. That's spirit in him. He lifted the plough. 1200. What the?
1200 kg plough.
And he approximately 30 lemon. Just by chewing it.
I don't understand the second bit.
He ate approximately 30 lemons just by chewing it.
Oh, right, okay.
What the?
That's
hell,
mad. That's pretty mad. Like, I've heard of people becoming.
It's giving me goosebumps, mate.
Like, I've heard of people becoming possessed, and then they get like this like super strength out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you know, they start, you know, moving objects and stuff like this. And I've never heard of a 1200 kilogram plough being moved. But
we have heard other heavy stuff being
lifted
and moved. So
yeah,
you know,
there was a famous film that was based on true events. I think it was called The Exorcism of Emily Rose, where she would levitate off of the bed and this and that, and it would take, you know, she was just a small innocent girl, but it would take like several adults to just pin her down and hold her down because the strength
is
of the demon taking over is beyond.
See, the thing is, the fact that Abraham was there, I witnessed this. That's
see, my first thing.
That's mind blowing.
Start filming. That would have been me.
Me, I would have ran.
Yeah, I would have started.
Why would you not?
Yeah, go live, mate. But that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That's something.
Yeah, that's bad. So, do you know what happened to that guy now? Is he still alive? Did they fix him? And you know, is he okay now? Or yeah, happened to my mum.
She'd be pinned to the bed, had things thrown at her, growling in her ear at night, etc. Over stories, I could share some stories.
Wow, that's pretty.
Pinned to the bed. That is so scary.
That's pretty gnarly.
But do you know what? I do think about these things. Like if a spirit followed me home,
or latches onto us, and
you know,
yeah. And do you know what? Right,
but I just
we do wear our crosses. We do take our crucifixes. We do have a Bible in the bag, and we do have the sage. But I don't believe that is even still enough to protect us if we ever did encounter a location where something really wanted to make harm. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we do have to be careful. And the thing is we've noticed that we've been to some mad ass locations like the prisons, the ancient Ramin, which is like famously documented throughout the whole world, and captured nothing. Yet we've gone to a random place that's public, that's open to the public, and it is kicked, like massively kicked. So you just never know where or when or why. Nocturnal frequencies. Hello, thank you for joining us. I hope you're well.
So, but just going back to Psychic D, you said you've got more stories.
Yeah,
please tell them.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear
we're
all
here.
of them.
Yeah.
We're all into the same thing. So yeah. Sorry, let's just read some more. High nocturnal frequency. And then Abraham put, many pastors tried to remove his evil spirit, but he has attacked each and every one. No one has been able to remove the evil spirit until now. He is the scariest demon possessed boy I ever seen until now. Again, crazy. Man. Like...
And is any of this documented anywhere on YouTube or
even from the internet
in a book or on the internet or anything like that? Because I would love to read more into that.
Night, Nathan.
Night, Nathan. Thank you for coming in, mate. Appreciate you, and we'll try and get down and see you soon, mate.
All right, so I could do again.
We
found a story about what happened, and he was killed by his wife and wanted to harm Mum, thinking she was his wife. So not necessarily thinking that she was his wife. Sometimes spirits, they just don't like men, or they don't like women, you know, or.
And I think if they had a bad experience, with a woman, or with a man, then
no matter what woman or man went in there, that would occur. So wow,
because we've been on location before where we have really negative stuff come through, and we've been on locations where we've researched it before we go, and we've actually got one coming up. Hopefully later on in this year. It's called Sally in the Wood, and she does not like men.
And it's all on the internet.
Yeah, it's very well documented. It's that haunted. The council changed the name of the road to Sally's Road. They changed it from the standard B road to they called it Sally in the Wood Lane.
To the point, it's been documented that people have gone there, bought their dogs, they got back in their car, they started driving, they looked in the rearview mirror, and that lady is sat on their back seats.
Screams, disappears.
And people have crashed, people have hurt themselves from it. It is a well-documented place.
But there was 2 fatalities only a few years back of car crashes on that road.
Is that when she grabbed steering wheel?
Yeah.
Was that place?
Screaming and grabbing.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go there. And when I'm driving home, I am not checking my rearview mirror. So whatever cars behind me are going to stay behind me until I'm ready to drive off. But spirits can have bad attachments. You know, something. Say for example, something really bad happened to me, and I died at the hands of a female. Now, if my spirit lingers and I don't end up going to heaven or hell or wherever, then chances are any female spirit, any female person that ends up moving into my home or anything like that, I'm going to have a negative feel about. So that could be one of the reasons.
But is your mum okay?
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope your mum's okay.
Yeah. Please send any stories or questions to spiritbrothersuk@gmail.com. They would love to hear them. Thank you so much, Wendy. Do you know what? I will pin that, and then people will be able to see. So that message is now pinned. Mrs. Frosty, a beautiful day. Hi, everyone. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Holy cow, note. Thank goodness my scariest stories are getting run up on and a shadow figure approaching me in bed. Wow, okay, that's pretty I mean, I'd be pretty scared if I saw something like that running up on me, and I screamed on camera, let alone in my own bedroom.
He did. It's on camera.
Yeah,
Shadows of better snap.
Yeah. Don't watch that video, guys.
Please watch it. if you haven't already.
So, was this recent recon? Was this when you was little or as an adult? Or is he still the evil spirit? Please.
Possessed. Please turn
away.
Wow. Whoa.
That is crazy.
That's like severe.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I hope that I never get to see that, because
It's like proper demonic shit.
that is possessed, mate.
Like
demonic.
Obviously, we go on location a lot, and we're always laughing and joking on location, and we don't really play pranks on each other, but we do say to the spirits, you know, I'll go and touch Carl, you know, go and tap him on the shoulder, go and touch him on the leg. And
yeah.
I would love for me for one day to say, go and touch him on the leg, and it does, and his leg kicks out from behind him and he falls over or something like that.
I hope not.
But demonic stuff, like seeing your eyes go and throwing, like you start coming running at me, ripping the K2s apart, and do you know what I mean? Like, touch wood, that never happens. I cannot imagine, and I wouldn't want to see anything like that. I think it would scar me for life. I'll be doing YouTube channels about butterflies after that, not bloody paranormal, mate.
Right.
Miss Frosty said, I lived in a haunted house once, never again. Psychic D. So
why never again? What experience did you have? Please let us know.
Yeah. Psychic D. So she burned down the original house with him in it. They rebuilt it on the land, and his energy was still there on the land. Yeah, 100%.
Whoa.
100%. And
I'm an evil woman.
I believe that 1,000,000%, because I've heard stories many a times of, you know, things like that happening. Like a family gets burnt in a house, and the house gets demolished, the house gets rebuilt, a new family moves in, and they're having this wonderful, lovely home, and all of a sudden things start happening. So being killed on a bit of land, and then
but it's the way that he went as
exactly.
Well. So that spirit of that man he's angry.
Not only is he attached to the land itself, but he's angry at the fact of what happened.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be in a state of mind where he's not going to like or take too kindly to any female presence on that bit of land because of what happened, and rightly so. Obviously, it's not going to excuse anything that he does to living people, but you can kind of, you know, get in the mindset and try and understand why a little bit. Because if that happened to me, like I said, I would be pretty annoyed. But yes, that's just crazy. So no, I'm Indian but Christian. He is a small town boy, so no internet has ever covered the story. Only those have seen him, known that he was suffering. Unfortunately, not documented, but I have shared it with you. No, and we appreciate that. Yeah, we definitely do appreciate it. What has been the oldest spirit you have encountered? Because I know there is really old history in England.
Now, I'm
just wondering, do you mean like age as in she was 64, or do you mean like hundreds of years old? Because we've had things come through saying 1810s when we've asked for spirit.
I'm from 1800s.
Yeah. So like trying to.
Most of the time, we just don't know. I mean, it's not.
No, we don't know.
It's not a question that I would ever ask. You know.
No, I mean I don't ask.
Or how we would ever find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to answer that, Windy. Only because like we've never had someone come through saying, "My name's Barbara and I'm 62." Like we've never had that, but we have had.
We have had people say, "I died in my 20s."
Yeah, I died in my 20s. You know, and I'm from the 1800s.
You know, we've had. I'm only 10.
Yeah, or I died in the war, and then you can sort of, you know, the war was in a certain period of time, so you know that. You know, the war ended there in, was it 44, 45? So if they're on about that war,
exactly.
You know, you can
World War One, World War Two.
Yeah.
But Yeah, that's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
We won't know.
Just remember, the light always
Initiates the dark.
irritates. Is it? I can't read that.
Yeah, I can't even read
I
that.
can't read the screenshot from me. Irritates, is it?
It irritates.
The dark. So the lighter you are, the more you'll target. The more you'll be targeted. Yeah, no, that's not a bad show actually. Yeah, I understand what she's saying. So obviously, when we're out doing locations in the pitch black, and you've got the camera on you, you're emitting light. Might be more drawn to that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But we have had also on location. I'm trying to find a light. What was it we had the other night? He was trying to find, or the
Which
spirit
one?
was
Up
trying
in
to.
Buckleberry, because we went out twice.
Yeah, was it up in Buckleberry or was it last night?
We went out back to back, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was last night at the tomb. I'm trying to find the light.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was last night.
Or I can't find the light, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
some spirits are trapped, and they are trying to get to heaven. To be with their loved ones and friends, and we do try and help them at that point.
It's very difficult because we're not trained, and we've never I don't really even know how you could get trained in that sort of stuff. Like, you can't go to college for it, can you? Or university. I think it's like a gift. You've either got it or you haven't.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't claim to be psychic mediums or anything like that, but we always will say a little prayer for them and say, you don't follow us, you don't follow our lights. Your friends and family are waiting for you. So try and find the light and stuff like this and that. And I think maybe what a good idea might be, but then obviously you've got the flip side of it, which is the negative side, is to carry a little mirror with you and set that up on location for them to travel through as a portal, but then you don't know what you're going to get come through.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, isn't it? You could be opening up a world of fucking pain, which is why we don't mess with Ouija boards.
No.
Because you just never know. We have played with Ouija boards before in the past, and we had some negative crap come through.
Yeah.
To the point where the planchette, it flew off the board, flew off the table, and landed on the floor. Now, we're not supposed to take your hands off the planchette whilst the board is open.
But it physically.
Yeah. What can you do?
Flew off the table. So yeah, we don't mess with that.
Yeah. Jonathan saying hello to everyone. Tornado says subscribe and thumbs up and double click your screens. I appreciate you. Recon says most recent was
the running while I was.
Oh, yeah, it was out walking at 2 a.m. Just 4 houses down. I jumped, screamed, and turned around, ready for a fight. Nothing was there.
Yeah, I was
maybe
the same
6
thing.
years ago. Bloody hell, yeah. I mean, that's what happened to me at Bellish Nap. I was filming, we had shadows, and I was concentrating the camera on the shadows because you want to capture the good evidence. And I heard something behind me. I knew something was running. I had the feeling. I turned round and there was nothing there. And as I was filming that, the REM pod started going off, so I knew something was there. What? Why? I don't know. It could have been a spirit just running around having a giggle, just playing like what they would when they were alive. It could have been demonic. It could have been something, but whatever it was scared me to the point where my was in my stomach and I screamed.
If any of you guys want to see this, right, go to a video called
Shadows of Bellis Nap.
Shadows of Bellis Nap.
And
towards the end, you will hear this guy scream. He was so it's a great watch. It really is a good video to watch as well because the shadows were just nuts. But then to hear him do that it just made the video.
I just never encountered anything like it. Like, I've never been so scared in all my life. Like, when I got scratched, because it was on my back, I felt it getting warmer and warmer, and to the point where it was burning, etc. And I thought, right, let's have a little look. Now, if it was on my arm and I was just looking in my arm and a scratch marks just appeared, that would have obviously I'd have been out of the door.
Yeah.
But I know that there was something running up behind me. I know what I heard. I know what I saw. The camera even picked up the shadow, so I know something was there, and it really, really did affect me. And we haven't been back to that location.
We haven't been back, no.
I would like to, but it
it's
is
just
a
a trek.
Yeah, it
Getting
really
there.
is a trek.
You're up a hill, walking up a hill like that for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. And that was really windy that night as well.
Very windy.
Because you're just on a hill.
Excuse me.
But yeah, we completely get why you jump around thinking, right, who's there? I'm going to fight you. Because the same thing happened to this guy. It happens to everyone.
Yeah. So Mr. Frosty says, well, it's targeted my youngest daughter. She was even scratched in her bed one night. She was only 5.
So scary, mate.
Yeah, we all had experiences though.
So scary. So have those? Has it stopped now? I hope the scratches. Can you let us know if it has stopped, mate?
Psychic D says, yeah. We took an Aboriginal healer. She cleansed the energy, and apparently no activity since Mum left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's good. Then that's the main thing, is that your friends and family or whatever, they're safe.
Yeah.
Whatever happens next, that's on them. Whatever. It's not nice, but things will happen in the future. But that's nice that your mum's okay.
I thought about going on Jonathan's crossover to tell my story sometime. Do it. Absolutely do it. Because there might be people in the chat, or Jonathan may be able to help you guys, or get you in contact with people that can help you and your family. I would absolutely go on there and discuss your the ordeal that you had.
One person that is very, very good and very, very knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than I am, is a lady called PW. Now, unfortunately, she's not in here with us tonight, but she picks up on so much. It is unbelievable, to the point where she'll pick up on something, and then, like, Jonathan would ask a question on his life, for example, and it happens, and it's just, she's really, really, really good. So yeah, definitely worth a mention. The shadow was at least 15 years ago. I still live in the same house. I'm sure my idiotic squeal scared it away. That's funny. Is there any way to remove his evil spirit? All have tried, no results.
Unfortunately, it sounds like you need an exorcist.
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately, a medium or anything like that isn't going to work.
No, and I'm not remotely qualified to.
No, you need an experienced man of the cloth who deals with these types of things.
Yeah.
That's
why,
because I can't actually help you.
Yeah, that's what I would say, is go and find a reverend or someone like that, a man of the cloth, explain the situation. They will be the best people to ask. They will be able to point you in the right direction.
Yes.
Even if they can't do anything themselves.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not remotely qualified to even begin to try and say, do this, do that. Because if you have the capability, like you said, of lifting a 1,200 kilogram plough, a bit of sage and a cross ain't going to do nothing.
I'm telling you now, this is, from the sounds of it, completely and utterly demonic.
It's well out of my depth. It's out of my wheelhouse. It's not.
But I know there is people that can help.
Yes, there is. Yeah, of course there is.
It's just whether there is people around that can do that. But absolutely, there is people there. You need to go and see a man of the cloth who can carry out exorcisms.
And if you can, I don't know if you can, but if you can, there is a guy here in the UK. His name is called Barry Guy. He is a very, very well-known paranormal investigator, and he does have his fingers in a hell of a lot of pies. He knows a lot of people, and he always carries someone with him who is qualified to be able to do such stuff. So how you would get in touch with him, I don't really know. We're actually hoping that maybe next year we could actually meet him on a location. So maybe we could even ask them for you.
But I would, for now,
ask.
I would personally go and pick a man of the cloth
100%.
Tell them what's going on, and hopefully they can point you into the right direction of someone that can help them.
Yeah.
God forbid, I hope
Yeah.
that you can get help.
Wendy says, yes, I guess if you were in a place such as a history of the Tower of London, if you maybe thought it was a spirit from a long time ago. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, we haven't had the privilege of being able to investigate the Tower of London. That would cost thousands to book that place, but we've been on locations where we have had dates, and you can't pinpoint exact, but when you get something comes through and it says, I was killed in the war, and then you start, okay, so if we are communicating with you and you was killed in the war, could you make the sensible go off? And then the sensible will go off. So that kind of validates it a little bit. But to pinpoint their actual age, date of birth, stuff like this and that, I mean, in a cemetery, it's very easy to walk up to a grave and you can see when they were born and when they died. But it's not necessarily mean that you're talking with that spirit if the name doesn't come through. It's hard, but yeah, we have had names, we have had dates, but we've never had, like I said, anyone come say, I'm Barbara, I died when I was 62, I was stabbed in the stomach, or
like I said, we get people that I've died in my 70s or died in my 20s, and so yes and no, really.
Yeah. And what was the one that come through the other night? It said, I know I died. Or no, I'm no longer living.
I know I'm not alive.
Yeah, I know I'm not alive. And then the REM pod was kicking as well.
So yeah, we tried to ask what his name was, what year did he die.
Yeah.
But we didn't get any information. So
yeah. Frosty says Recon. It was. This was many years ago. My daughter's now 26 and still has problems talking about it.
Absolutely, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no,
think of the ordeal that she went through. You know, as a little girl.
Yeah. But they always do say that, don't they? The younger the child, and like dogs, cats, they pick up on things a lot more than what.
Yeah, because their minds just.
They're so free. They got no worries, no cares, no stress, no
evil.
They're innocent.
Yes, innocent. Yes.
So yeah, that's crazy. And
sorry, I just want to say, talking about it makes things easier. So I know you say that she has trouble talking about it. I get it. I really do. But the more she talks about it, the least it won't be
so much of a weight on the shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's always good to share. Like whether, like I'll tell you now, guys, it doesn't matter whether you want to share a story of the paranormal, mental health, any like misgoings inside the family home. What do they call it? I can't think of the word. My mind's gone completely blank with the word. Like domestic abuse. Anything like this and that, it doesn't matter what it is. Always try, if you can, and go and talk to somebody, whether that be a family, a friend, a random stranger, a professional person. It always does help to get things off your chest.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what the topic is, like I said, whether it's mental health, abuse, paranormal, anything like that, there is always somebody out there that will be willing to listen. And if anyone here in this chat right now ever wants to talk to either of us about the paranormal, domestic abuse, mental health, we'll listen. We don't judge anyone. We won't judge anyone. But it's always good to try and share.
Yeah.
I can't remember what there's a little saying that we say in the UK. They might say it everywhere else in the world, but is it like a problem share is a problem halved?
Yes.
So yeah. And the thing to highlight is he lifted that plough in front of 15 church members in his house with his right hand, 1,200 kilograms of weight, single right hand. This happened in the farmhouse visit. Yeah,
so like I said, this is
scary stuff.
A demonic possession that has taken over him, and unfortunately is still with him. And I can't reiterate enough. There is someone that can help your friend. It's just finding that right person.
Yeah.
So like I said, go to the man of the cloth, and it's someone that can deal with exorcisms.
So I would have a Scooby-Doo where to begin.
No, we would know, but a man of the cloth who's experienced in this field will know what to do. So please don't give up on your friend. There is someone out there that will help it.
Yeah.
So please stay strong.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And Dinky says, we always had the Ouija board out in the 70s. No spirits, because I reckon people were pushing the glass. It was a
Fad
then. Yeah, I mean, look, we've been on locations before where we've had to share a location with other groups because that is the only way that possible to gain access to that building. And we've done Ouija boards as a group before, and I'm not convinced that it's all spirit activity. Like, you know, you could have this cup here, for example, you know, and 6 people have got their hands on it, and it's going this way, and it's going that way, and going this way, and that way. All it takes is a slight motion of someone's finger to move it.
So I just want to show you when you do this with a glass, yeah, don't hold the glass like this. Never. You want to see people like that.
Yeah.
Because then they can't physically.
Never this angle.
They can't move the glass. So if you do that and people were like that, no. People can move it. Hold it like that.
Yeah. Literally,
you can't
as well,
move.
Like when we do it, we like doing this.
Just barely touching. If you see someone doing that, no go. It's like that. Very, very likely that way.
So, but again, you know, so that's that when like I was just demonstrated, do it that way. Now we done a Ouija board, just me and Carl. Now there's no reason for me to fake the results, and there's no reason to Carl to fake the results because we're both trying to get the same answer.
Yeah.
And the planchette left the table. Since then, we've only ever done one Ouija board, and that was at a cemetery, not too far from where we live.
And the name Charles.
The name Charles come through, and it led us to the grave. So it does work, but you do have to know how to open it and how to close it correctly.
Yes, they are not things to play with.
It's not like playing Monopoly. You can't just sit around a table and just have a giggle and a few drinks, you know, and whatnot, and play with one because you don't know what's going to come through.
Yeah, please don't mess with these. I've heard people play Ouija boards and all kinds of stuff's happened.
My wife, her mum played with a Ouija board once when they were younger and they were around a friend's house, etc. And she swears blind that the crucifix around her friend's neck got that hot, it actually left the imprint of the cross on the neck. We've done it long enough. We've done the paranormal long enough now, and we won't ever do a Ouija board, will we? It's not something that interests us.
No, even though we know how to open it, we know how to close it correctly, I still don't feel comfortable in doing that.
To be on the safe side, we just don't use it.
Yeah, because you never know what can come through.
No, that's correct.
So just please be careful.
So Jonathan says that you're always welcome on my panel, Miss Frosty. So there you go. You're always welcome.
There you go, mate. There you go. Hi, PW.
Yeah, PW. We was just talking about you. You must have had itchy fingers or something.
Her ears are burning.
So, hey, you handsome and beautiful people. Well, I don't know who she's talking about.
Definitely not us.
Must be someone.
Definitely not us. It's all these on the chat.
Must be someone out here in the window. We moved long. That was years ago. Okay, fair enough. So they've moved on. Everyone's saying hello to everybody.
Good.
Can you call your local church or get a shaman person about your haunted experiences? I'm guessing she's talking to that
Abraham.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. If you're not, let us know and we'll go back.
Hi, Leo.
Yeah. Hey, Leo. Thank you. Do you answer questions too? Yes, we do answer questions. So if you have a question, feel free to ask. Jonathan, awesome. We may do it sometime. That's good. Tim's still here. Everyone's saying hello. turn your phone diagonally, you'll get a better picture. Yes, I do know that. We're on the vertical live because we will get shared out on the shorts as well as the normal live channel, which is why we do it this way.
I have been here listening but multitasking. Okay,
Yeah.
Tim. See, who says my parts men can't do two
Yeah,
things at
that's
once?
it. Welcome, Leo. Make yourself at home on the chat. So everyone's saying hello still.
I'm new, just listening and understanding what's happening.
Yeah, no, and you're always welcome. So Abraham says, so bro, he is really violent.
Yeah.
We've tried our best to
Best of the best,
best
Reverend.
best
Across
record.
all state, nothing has worked. He brutally attacks you, tries to remove his spirit. Yeah. Once he was choking a pastor because he tried. Yeah. But like I say,
Just keep trying. Don't
keep
give
trying.
up.
There will be someone that can
Yeah.
remove this
Yeah.
evil, nasty
Mhm.
entity from your friend.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Never.
That's all I can say, really.
Yeah.
Just don't give up. Just don't give up on your friend.
Yeah. Everyone's saying hello. I have two daughters, 6 years apart, and it's definitely targeted my younger.
As they do,
Yeah, they can feed off the weak energy. Yeah, 100%.
The weak, the young kids that don't know what's going on, kids that easily, you ask kids something, most kids go, yeah, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are easily like that.
They're easily led, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes. Because they're so innocent, they prey on it. They feed off the energy because when they're feeding off energy, they're growing stronger.
And don't forget, these nasty entities, they can pretend to be a little girl or a little boy.
Yeah.
So
how many times have we been told before on locations, be careful because you don't know who you're actually talking to?
Yeah.
So yeah. So here you go. So PW. So this is what we was talking about earlier, guys. That she's very knowledgeable. So she has said, if a pastor don't work, try and get a male witch, an alpha witch, to cleanse the house. So they might have a little bit more power, might not. I don't know because I don't know too much about that.
Yeah.
I go out with my camera to film. I don't know anything about that, but PW might help.
Hi, VB.
Hello, VB. Welcome in.
Kids are very open to spirits, especially with their innocence. You've got to protect them. There we go.
Yeah. I'm no expert. It's just my opinion. Watcher, thank you for joining in. As a male, I do know who to go to about this, as I always get laughed at. But
is there any way of getting rid of an extremely sexually aggressive poltergeist?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
again,
this is the thing. Like the ancient ram in, so
Occupus.
sexual poltergeist and stuff. We would generally name them as an incubus or a succubus.
Now, that's a sexually aggressive
poltergeist. Yeah, demon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's a very famous case here in the UK. Is it John? What's his surname?
Oh,
gonna forget his surname. But he had a house here in the UK. It's one of the oldest buildings in the UK.
It used to be a pub, didn't it?
Yeah, it used to be a pub. It was an inn that had reports of witches, and he said and claimed to his death that he was always in bed with an incubus or a succubus.
He was sexually abused by this
demon.
To
the point where he would not leave his property, and his wife and children, they left. They moved. They moved out. They couldn't handle it no more.
Yeah.
Now, we did investigate that property. We didn't encounter anything, but that's not to say that if we went back, that we would capture something different. Because I generally believe you can do a location 50 times and only capture something on the 32nd time. You're not guaranteed. No, you're not guaranteed anything. But yeah. The spinning wheel of death, Tim says.
I think he has the top evil spirits, not a single spirit of gang of spirits. That's why he is so much powerful, high-ranked evil spirit. He tries to kill anyone who tries to cure him. May God save him.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not his relative, but always feeling bad for him and his family. No, I can imagine. Yeah, I can absolutely imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, watcher, no one will laugh at you here. No, 100%, no one will laugh at you here. There's no silly questions here. You know, you want to ask a question, then you fire away. You know, we're open minded and we'll give an honest opinion on things, and no one here will be judged.
No.
Everybody knows what experience they've had, and just because you've had that experience and nobody else has ever witnessed it doesn't make it untrue.
No.
So yeah. Many years ago, my first husband tried to get me involved in, was that Santanera? I can't pronounce that word properly. Weird things got stirred up. My mum told me not to acknowledge it and would stop.
It was
She was correct.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't react
Mm-hmm.
to it, then you know they can. Oh, I'm bored of this and go. But
Paranormal says, Abraham, don't cry, everything will be okay. Santeria is an interesting religion.
people shouldn't
People
mess
with it.
They don't understand their belief of magic or all magic.
Yeah. Which Paranormal Witch, thank you.
I've got me. I've not heard of that song.
Everyone in my family and friends have always laughed at me as if I'm silly, but I know I'm not mad. No, and you know, like we said several times tonight, you know what you've seen, you know what you know what you've seen, you know what you felt, you know what you heard. You know, people sometimes you can sense things, like sometimes you get the sense of someone like you're being watched. So always believe in what you think, feel, hear, see, smell, anything like that, and you won't be judged or laughed at here. You are safe here. You are support here. Yeah, PW 100%. No one will laugh at you. Incubus and succubus are they're bad. Yeah, very bad subjects. Charlene, hey, hello. Hope you're well. Frankie Paranormal Witch. Witch is not trying to be funny, but maybe ask her if she's put on weight. Sometimes the simplest things work. You are back. Was buffering bad on this end? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's not too bad. We are connected to Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's not too bad, and we've got plenty of battery. So, yeah. Watching you are very welcome. Spirit brothers are good people to help you. Recon, it's me. It's a male spirit, as I feel inside me at night time, and I wake up with blood coming out of my rear end. Okay, bit weird, but okay. Go and see someone about it. Obviously, first of all, go and see a doctor, and go and see like a pastor or a reverend, or try and get in contact with a medium spiritualist person. I believe that they're very good, you know, and they will be able to help you. Powerful stuff for sure. Yeah. I think you haven't had an instant like this, which you carry on. Yeah. I've shared with you and you never hear again. The most scary instant for me, my life. I hope. Yeah, I mean it's a very interesting story. I've never like I said, I've heard of demonic happenings and people being possessed, and stuff like that. So it's a very what's the name? What's the word? It's a very interesting story because like we've been saying all evening, you know what you've seen, you know what you've heard, and I generally do hope that your friend gets the help that he or she needs, and they can move on from this what seems to be a terrible ordeal, because it's not nice. I think it needs banishing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it needs banishing. VB says, "How can I encourage spirits to come through? I'd love to speak with past loved ones." So, VB, I mean, in our experience, we use several types of equipment to try and contact spirits. We use REM pods, we use REM bears, REM dolls, we use the spirit talker, we use the necrometer, necrophonics. There are so many different communicational devices out there. But if you want to encourage spirits to come through and talk to you, simply set up, a couple of bits of equipment. Some of them are cheap to buy than others. Set it up, sit down in a room. It doesn't have to be a dark room. You can have the light on. It doesn't have to be anything too sinister or spooky looking. And simply just, sit and be patient. That's the main thing, is to be patient. Don't expect something to happen within 10 seconds, because it might not. But just introduce yourself, say who you're trying to calling out to, and what you want to communicate with, and you never know, you might get something. That's what we do when we go on location. We set up our bits and bobs, and we always say to the spirits, "Hi, my name's Daryl. This is Carl. We mean you no harm. We come with the utmost love and respect and peace. We're not here to move you on. We just want to hear your story and communicate with you, and so on and so forth." And it generally takes a little bit of time to build up the energy, but once that energy is built up, and the spirits can understand that you're not there to harm them, you're not there to be negative or to push them on from the location or whatever, and more importantly, that the toys that we're using ain't going to harm them.
Yeah.
That they're just there as a communicational device, and in fact, some of the equipment can actually give them energy.
And
Just be polite and be honest.
And 9 times out of 10, they will come to you if they want to get in contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get in contact with them, I know what Dad's saying is very true, but me, I would pay to go and see a medium.
Yeah.
And just explain to them. Well, don't say too much, but
never say too much, because they'll if they're not correctly, if they're not like 100% legit, then they're going to feed off what you're saying.
But yeah, a medium's a very good way to go and speak to loved ones, because we have a couple, well, not too far from us, literally just down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. You go there, not really say much, and they will, I've got this lady here, blah 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 blah, and they will say something that relates to you. Only you will know, and you will know that that's, oh my God, that's my grandma that's coming, or that's my mum, or that's my sister, or so that's what I would personally do.
And hopefully we're going to be doing a talk show with these very soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of questions that I want to ask. I have a lot of questions that I want to ask. But they seem to be very legit. We have met them in person. We've been on a location with them before. They're very well known in the paranormal world over here in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
They host big groups on locations and stuff, so they've got a lot of experience.
So we're just going to read some comments. Thank you so much for the advice. It's scary, as I dread night times, because I know I'm going to get attacked. I spoke to my doctor and he treated me like I was an insane. Yeah, doctors, they wouldn't. They would just try and give you some pill.
Yeah, the only reason why I said for him to go to the doctor is because he said he was bleeding from the back passage at night. Yeah,
100%. I would
speak to a doctor and go and find a medium or a spiritualist or someone like that.
Yeah.
But also, guys, remember, don't be caught out. Don't be taken in too quickly by these mediums who claim to be mediums, because there is a lot of fake stuff out there.
Do your research.
Do your research on these people. If someone's going to host you a medium session for £20 an hour, don't go for it, because just don't trust me on that. Just don't. I
wouldn't mind paying £20 an hour, but I would do my absolute research to find out who these people are.
Yeah.
To make sure they are legit.
Yeah, paranormal witch says spirits will reach out to you when they are ready.
There you
That's
go.
my experience. Yeah,
that's what I was just saying.
VB, just talk. They hear you. Just be aware, because someone can hear through saying they're your loved ones,
and they're not.
Yeah, that's correct. Dinky says, I like the Spirit Talker. Is the equipment expensive? So some equipment can range in the hundreds to even thousands of pounds. We've spent not that much, but we have spent a fair bit. Like if you want to get yourself a decent EVP recorder, the one
£500.
the one that I purchased was about £120. K2s, they're pretty standard. You know, they
can
range
get
from
cheap,
£10 to £30 to £50.
but I wouldn't go cheap.
No.
Um,
REM pods. I've only ever bought one because I actually build my own.
luckily, Daz is quite smart on that stuff, so he
Yeah,
builds them.
so I built my own REM dolls, REM stuff, all that kind of stuff. So if anyone does ever want a REM pod built, personalised, just send us an email and we'll communicate through that channel. I was going to say to Dinky about the necro. Necrometer. Sorry.
So we used to use the Spirit Talker religiously, but we found with it that it can come up with the same stuff from one location to the next, and we was getting a bit like, "What? Did that come out yesterday?" Or so, and then we found out that it has got a word bank.
It's got a phonetic database built into it.
Yeah.
Whereas the necrometer that we use now.
So we use something now called the necrometer, and it has no phonetic database. So what comes through that app is what a spirit is actually saying.
It hasn't got thousands of words programmed into it, and it hasn't got sentences programmed into it. So whatever comes through comes through. It's a bit like an SP7, just without the static noise. So it works off the same premise as that. We have got one where it does have the static noise, but the necrometer doesn't, and it's a very, very good bit of kit. We've even had your name come through on that, haven't we? On that, so it is a very good bit of kit, and I think it's only about several pounds. Might be about like $10.
I think I paid like $9.99 or something for it.
So it might be like $10 or $15 in the US.
Yeah. What was that one just above?
So what's
never think you will get attacked. Think positive, you will be okay.
Yeah. Jennifer says it's $9 on Google Pay.
There you
go. So let's just quickly scroll through these, and then we can get our guest up.
So don't recommend him any devices. What will happen? His spirit is a violent spirit, very risky. About most dangerous time for paranormal activities between 12 and 3 a.m.
Yeah, they class that as the witch's hour, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think before antidepressants, the doctors should have recommended a sleep study.
Yeah. Message retracted. Is that dollars or pounds, paranormal witch? Okay, I'll let them figure it out.
If I contact spirits is by seeing reptile mediums.
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use Spirit Talker and I love it. I always change my phone. I am using my locations for communication.
Cleanse my phone. Yeah, cleanse my phone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Don't get wrong. We had great stuff come through.
Yeah, we did. We used it for about a year.
So we was at a location, and we went into an area under that tree, and I felt it very heavy, and I felt like my heart was just. I don't know. It just didn't feel. I didn't like it. Did I?
Where we was at a yew tree, which is very spiritual anyway. But what makes this one stand out from the rest is two young, a brother and sister, very young children, was hanged in that tree.
Yeah.
So
Daz walked in front of me, and I had the Spirit Talker in my hand, and I was only in there for probably 20 seconds,
if that. Yeah.
And I just felt
20-30 seconds.
I don't know. I just felt something here, my heart, and I said on camera, dude, I've got to get out of my heart. And then straight away on the Spirit Talker, it said heart.
It said heart.
So it is a very, very good app. 100%. I do agree. It's just that now we use Necrometer.
Yeah. The doctor gave me antidepressants and told me
Get piled, can you? I'll go to my local church. Thank you.
very much, guys.
Yeah, no
I still
problem,
feel
dude.
goosebumps by sharing that, boys. I think with everyone is coming in front of my eyes. What happening in front of everyone?
I mean, dude, what you've seen.
Yeah. But we appreciate you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It takes a lot to talk about stuff like this, but you know what you have seen is something that I hope that I never get to see.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just getting offered a nice cup of tea.
I've got tea coming.
Can I have some water, please? Thank you. My ghost hunting bag is simple white noise apps, S-Box, EVP apps works well, Dowson rods, and single bowl for vibration call out. Yeah, no, I mean, and everyone's going to be using different equipment and different tools. Now, I know you have the standard stuff out there, the REM pods, the REM dolls, the K2s and stuff like this and that. But what I would always say is use something that you feel comfortable in using, you know, and if you're getting results through it, don't change it up.
Yeah,
definitely don't change it up. But should we send the link out to Jonathan in a sec? Jonathan, are you still here with us, buddy? He's probably fallen asleep.
Well, he's been at work all day, isn't he? You know what I mean? I do sometimes when I'm going for work. If
he's still here with us, then I will send him the link and get him up. I will send the link now, actually, anyway, just so I know I've sent it. So send invite. It gets to sorry, 2 seconds. Yes, I'm still here. So let me click on that, and it's not that one. It's that. Copy link, and then that. So that link should have come through to you any minute, buddy. And
I'd say, but John, you just join when you're ready, back.
Yeah. There's no rush. No, you've got 10 seconds.
Tea sounds good. Absolutely, I love my tea.
Yeah. Just whilst we're waiting for Jonathan, I'm just going to nip to the loo.
Yeah. You know, brother, if a person doesn't want to have the spirit, it can't be removed without his will. So I think this is the case with that boy. We can't do anything about it. This is a fact. That's because he's possessed. It's not him not wanting to go, it's because he's possessed. But like I said, and PW says, there is people or there is someone out there that can help him. And I promise you that. There's definitely someone there that can help. And I just hope it happens to him. I hope you find the right person. Don't give up. Keep finding. Keep getting anyone to help him. Yeah. So we'll send you the link. Yes, we have through email, Jonathan. But like I said, you join when you're ready. There is no rush. Yes, there's people that can help remove a spirit from a person. You just haven't found the right one yet. Exactly. Please do not give up. Guarantee you that. Is it a 90 occurrence? Oh, question for watcher. Yeah. Like PW, you just haven't found the right person yet. So please don't give up. That's all I can say. Do not give up.
You get the link?
I don't know, but I've just said to him we've sent it through email, so join whenever you are ready, my friend.
Yeah. Jonathan, if you can let us know whether you received the link. If you didn't, then I can send it again. And then you jump up whenever you're ready, buddy.
I've got a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
Lovely. Got a cup of tea. Getting old now, so I like the tea. Oh.
There's people that can help remove spirit from a person. Just haven't found the right one yet.
Oh, someone's joining. No.
Yeah,
It just went dodge. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. It just went weird and it's gone back to 0 seconds on the live. That's a bit weird. Very, very weird.
We're going to have to check that. Because
Mhm.
otherwise we've just lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely check it. Yeah. There you go. That might be why.
And let me just double check. Oh, legend. Thanks, mate.
There he is. Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How you?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
how was it? Oh.
Very well, thank you. How is that? Has it done anything?
He loves it then.
I'm just trying to. I was trying to come on live on my computer, but it wouldn't let me do it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, buddy.
How we doing? All right?
I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good, thank you.
So, guys,
What a
if you
chat
can, please drop a subscribe to Jonathan's channel over at
Yeah.
Crossover Paranormal. He does amazing work on these talk shows, puts a lot of effort into his investigations, and he's just a really good, all-round cool guy. So, yeah, if you can, head on over. If one of our moderators can drop his link in there, would appreciate that. So before we go on to paranormal and stuff, how's your day been? How's your working week been?
It's doing pretty good. I just been chilling out all day.
Yeah,
That's about
happy
it.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, day off work. Nice weather.
Yeah, not too bad. It's probably about 85 degrees out there.
85 degrees. So does that obviously you go on Fahrenheit, don't you?
Yeah.
So what's that? Probably 30 degrees UK.
Probably.
Something like that. Can't think of being too much higher than that.
Yeah.
There you go. So, guys, please follow that link. Jump on over with Jonathan. Thank you, PW, for that. Appreciate you. Welcome in, Sam. Thank you so much for joining this evening.
Yeah, 29.4 degrees.
Yeah, 29.4. So, yeah, about 30 degrees. So that's a
to us,
warm.
that's hot.
That's very hot. Yeah, very, very hot. But no, I'm glad you're having a good day. Glad the weather's nice. I did see somewhere online that the US was having a big storm working its way across the country, starting from the east coast, working its way over. So hopefully that will miss you guys.
We had a pretty good storm last night, but it's actually was not too bad. It just thundered and looked lightning a little bit and rained like crazy. And then this morning it just sprinkled a little bit, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah. We've been quite lucky with the weather the last couple of days. It hasn't rained too much. We went out on location last night, and obviously I picked Carl up, and it was all nice and dry. And we got heading on towards the motorway, and it started raining, and the window wipers were going, and we thought, oh no. But the rain died down, but the wind picked up to the point where we had to cut our investigation short.
Yeah.
It was blowing like 27 out there, and it's quite strong winds, and trying to watch that video back's going to be horrible for people. But we did capture some good stuff. The REM pods were going off, and
so we agreed that we will try and release it still.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be one of our great videos, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it won't be.
But we still bought some stuff, so we'll post it anyway.
Yeah.
What is Abraham saying?
Abraham's go to the chat. So Abraham, we do not have any
India do not have any
registered exorcist pastors or father with a registered exorcist. I was in the USA, UK. Don't know if his family members cannot call exorcist from the USA and UK. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Paranormal Witch says, please subscribe to Spirit Brothers UK. If you have spirit problems, they can help you. Well, we'll always try. It's 68 Fahrenheit here in the north of the UK. I forgot that Jennifer Dinky was.
She's from up north.
I want to say Leeds.
Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yorkshire, Leeds. That's sort of the way, yeah. But yeah, so I know we've had you on the show previously, and it was quite a long time ago now. So like, try and refresh everyone's memory a little bit. What got you into the paranormal?
Uh, me and my dad and my mom used to watch it back in like early 2000s, and then my mom, she got really sick and she passed away in 2016. So me and my dad uh, thought we'll just go ahead and try to get us a group started. It was supposed to be just me and him, and then we got all this. We got like 7 people in our group now. But what really got me started, I just wanted to see if I could communicate with my mom. But like I always said, you only got 5% chance to communicate with your
Yeah,
loved ones. So I just go out and try to hang out with my dad and just do something what we always wanted to do together. So that's
mm,
pretty
That's a
much
quality
really
time.
what it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you like Carl just said, you get that quality time together as well when
Yeah.
you're both doing something that you both have a common interest in.
Yeah.
So no, that's pretty cool. Like I've said, many a times, like the reason why I got into paranormal was because of the encounters that I had when I was younger.
Mm. Same
And
here, yeah.
if I'm completely honest with you, for about 10 years maybe, I didn't even think about the paranormal. But I always knew that I had these experiences when I was a child, which I tried to forget as I grew older. But then it started coming about that all these shows were on TV and that, and I started getting back into it. And then, yeah, when I met Carl, I was like, we need to start filming this shit and,
Mm.
Yeah.
get it out there for people to see. So, but
That's the same way with me, cause even though I did experience something other when I was when I was 12 years old, when my grandma had passed away. I felt that she had touched me on the arm one night when I was sleeping. So,
yeah,
and it wouldn't been about probably 2 or 3 days when she passed away after I felt that. I mean, before I felt that. So it was actually, uh, it was actually that time when I first had my first paranormal experience. Because me and my
mm,
grandma, we was really close.
yeah,
We lived probably 10 yards away from each other, and so we always done a lot of things. And she always babysat us when we was little, get us on the school bus and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much where I got my very first experience at.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so my very first experience, it wasn't being touched. It was a visual experience. I remember exactly where I lived. I used to live at 126 Byron Road, and that was in Southampton here. And every single night, a man in a black suit and a top hat would walk up my back garden. I could visually see him with my own eyes out my window, but then I could almost visually see him walking through the kitchen. Everything was in its place: the cups, the plates, the bowls, the photos on the walls.
Yeah.
And then he would walk up the stairs, stand in my bedroom door, and fade out. And this happened every single night for several months until we moved, because it nearly tore my mum and dad apart. Because I was refusing to go to sleep. I was refusing to go to bed
Yeah.
because I didn't want to keep seeing this thing. So my mum would end up sleeping in the same bed as me to obviously keep me safe, make me go to sleep. And it got to the point where they nearly split up because of it. So we had to move house. And ever since, I didn't ever see him again.
Yeah.
But I never forgot. It was like it's
You won't.
stained. It's
Yeah.
stained in my memory.
Yeah.
And I'll take that face and his face and what he was wearing to the grave. You
Yeah.
know.
So
So,
that person wasn't a family member.
no,
Don't recognise him.
no, never seen him
No.
from Adam. No, I couldn't tell you his name. He never spoke. He never nothing. But as an adult now, and especially as an investigator, I would love the opportunity to go back to that house
Mm.
and do some further investigations and try and find out why me, and stuff like that. Because my mum would look out the window and I'll be screaming, he's there, and she wouldn't see nothing.
Yeah.
So Very, very weird. I'll just go back to the chat real quickly. Is there anything special about the moon tonight? As my mother-in-law said, it was going to be a special moon tonight. I read somewhere about a blue moon. I think that was last night here in the UK. A couple of nights ago, we had what we call the blood moon. But my wife said something to me earlier about a blue moon. So, yeah.
We supposedly had the blue moon here last night, but I didn't see nothing about it being blue. All I saw was still white.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I
yeah, it
expect
was
to go
like,
out there and it'll be blue, you know.
yeah, like a Smurf.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to be, but I was disappointed. But when we
Uh,
have the red moon here, it looks like a strawberry in the sky.
oh yeah, yeah, the red moon here. If it's a good year, it looks like Mars.
Yeah,
It can be very, very orangey red here,
yeah.
but it's very, very rare, very rare.
Right.
Recon in the chat says, "Watcher." Then I definitely start with a sleep study. The church would probably send you for one anyway because of the amount of proof they need to open a case. So I'm guessing you've been here hovering around in the background, listening and watching. What do you make of Abraham's story of the demon boy moving the plow and stuff?
I I don't know, man. I don't know how to say that. I mean, I don't know how
To word it,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, it's not an easy case to talk about because
yeah,
it's such a specialised case.
yeah,
And as we're not trained in that field,
yeah.
it's very
it's hard to comment.
yeah,
I,
absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
don't know how to put my perspective on that. To be honest with you, I'm not that educated enough
Yeah,
to put it in words. But
yeah,
it's very interesting though.
yeah. So Sam says it was a super blue full moon. VB says, well, she was a day late telling me then. Dinky's from Hull. She's from Hull. Hull. I don't think they pronounce it with the H up there. It's Hull. I come from Hull. Dinky says, explore with Sam. Hello. So everyone's talking to each other. Watcher says, okay, Recon, I will definitely get a sleep study sorted. We'll have to look into it. Yeah, definitely go and get yourself checked. They'll be able to hook you up to all sorts of different stuff, and yeah, they'll sort you out there, buddy. So that'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Paranormal Witch says, please subscribe to Cops' channel. Yeah, definitely, guys. If you're here, there's 16 of you here. If you haven't already, all of you jump over, subscribe to Jonathan. Like I said, he's a really cool dude, and he does some very good investigations. And I believe, is it soon you've got the investigation back at the Trevette Clinic?
Yeah, it's coming up September the 7th.
Yeah.
About probably around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go live, and we're not going to go live for long. We're just going to go around and see what everybody's doing and stuff like that. I'll walk in each investigation room where they're at and talk to them for a little bit, see what they found, what they come across, and stuff like that. And
Well,
this is going to be my first. This is our first time that my whole team got to investigate together.
Cool. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Well, what I'll do is, what we'll do this end is, when you go live, I'll put a post out the day before, telling everyone head on over to your channel. You're going live the following day, the times and stuff, and hopefully some people come over and show you some support.
I appreciate that. I really do. We've got. I mean, I've got people all over the United States is in my group. I got one from Missouri. She's coming down, Tracy, and then two from Virginia, my cousin and my aunt, and then we got the rest of them just right here close by, Michael and Chris and me and my dad. So
so they're coming from quite a ways then to do this.
Yeah, one's from Missouri. She's probably about 3, 4, 5 hours away from me,
Wow.
maybe 6. And
Yeah.
then my aunt and my cousin, they're about 2.5 hour away, so they're driving. But Tracy, she's flying in, so
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So it should only be about an hour's flight, maybe something like that.
yeah, she'll probably take her about an hour and a half or 2 to fly to Charlotte, and then she'll
Yeah.
drive up here, and they get them a car and stuff.
Yeah. I see them actually, Charlotte. I saw the football club. They well, the soccer team.
Yeah,
Um, that flagged up on my TV the other day, and I saw their new football strip. They got a really nice looking stadium out there.
yeah,
Really nice looking stadium, but they're not doing too well in the MLS league.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't follow the USA football that much. But Windy says, any questions or stories you want to share, please send them to spiritbrothers@gmail.com. Yep. And Abraham says, Ed Warren and Lauren Warren both were the most famous exorcists till now. Famous cases like Annabelle conjuring, incident at Amityville, exorcism, well-known events done by them.
Wow.
Okay, well, if you can get in contact with them by any means, try and get in contact with them. They might be able to help your friend. Everyone's just saying hello, May. Welcome for joining us. Thank you for stopping by. VB says, have you ever had an opportunity to go back to the house where you used to see the man? I haven't. I moved out of that place when I was probably, I would say about 10 years of age when I moved out of that house. We lived in the same estate. We just lived at the top of the hill rather than the bottom. It's only a small estate. It's called Thornhill in Southampton here in the UK. And I've drove past that house several times since. And I've not seen anything. I've not felt anything. So I don't know, but I would love to be able to be in the position one day where I could just knock on the door and say, "Look, I used to live here. Have you ever had any experiences? Since you've lived here, and how long have you lived here for? And would it be possible to maybe set up the static camera in the garden or something like that?" I mean, I'm just thinking way outside the box, but that would be something that I would love to do and try and get the answers to that. Just reading down the comments quickly. Blue moon just means it happens twice in a month. Okay. It was a super moon. It was supposed to be a rare event. Everyone's saying hello. Hello, Mary. Thank you for jumping in and saying hello to us. Everyone's just saying to subscribe. Sam, Exploring with Sam TV says, Spirit Brothers, have you ever been to the Ram Inn? And if so, what did you think about it? Yes, we have been to the ancient Ram Inn. There is a couple of episodes on our YouTube channel where we got to film there. I think it's a wonderful location to film at. There is there's such a big story about that place, and it's documented really well all over the globe. And like I said, we were very fortunate to be able to get in there and investigate. Now, unfortunately, when we was investigating, there were several other investigators on the location with us. So there was a lot of noise pollution and stuff like people were doing their own thing and we were trying to do our own thing. But we're hoping that some point in the future we can actually now book it as a solo investigation. So we go there on our own. And I think that the place will take on a different feel, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely take on a different feel. Have you heard of the ancient Ramin, Jonathan?
I heard of it, but I hadn't never
Yeah. So
checked it out or anything.
is it Zach Bagans, whatever his name is? He actually come over to the UK and done an episode there, and he actually stole some artifacts from the location and took it back to the USA to put in his museum.
Yeah.
So naughty.
That don't surprise me.
Yeah, well, so many people have had negative stuff about him in recent years.
Yeah.
Like I must admit, I don't watch any of his stuff anymore. There is one group that I very, very much like, and he got them chucked off the TV channels and stuff. And that channel is called Ghost Brothers, with Dalen Spratt and Joanne, and is it Harvey or Marcus? That's it. Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty damn annoyed at that fact, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sam says that the round's on his bucket list, so that'd be pretty good. If you ever get the chance to come over, everybody, definitely worth going to. Yeah, bro, both of them are no more, unfortunately. Ed Warren and Lauren Warren. Oh, okay, fair enough. Didn't know that. So where's the place where you felt most scared on location out of everywhere you've ever investigated, and why? What made you so scared?
The last few times we went to the bridge, I didn't feel right. Didn't feel like the normal bridge or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Last when we first caught the first face and the second face and the scream, them 3 nights right there was just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. And feel free. I mean, are you joining us tonight from your mobile, from your cell phone?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's completely up to you. But if you have access to your computer right now, I would love to hear that scream if you're able to play it for us.
Oh yeah.
Because it's definitely not an animal that we've ever encountered here in the UK. And I remember doing some research for you on that, and I couldn't find anything in the US that sounds like that neither.
Yeah. Like I said though, it's kind of weird the way it turned out. So
yeah.
Mary says, "Do you ever feel cold?" Yes.
Let me find my speaker right quick, and I'll.
Yeah. No, you take your time, buddy. Yeah, there's no rush.
Yeah. Do you ever feel cold? Yes. Yes. Sometimes when a spirit
steps too close or something, like,
yeah,
or not even a spirit step too close, where we've stepped into a different you definitely do get hot spots and cold spots. I think actually that's a good question. I think what we should do is invest in a bit of equipment with a temperature sensor on it, so we can find where these cold spots are and stuff.
I mean, I've been on locations before where.
My comment, please. Two seconds.
You put your hand, and it's like someone's opened a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cold, and you just move a bit above it, and it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I have personally felt cold. Look happened to me the other night at the cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got the shivers.
Well, all of a sudden, I just come over cold, and I was like, just step away from me, and then I was all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that does happen, Mary. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Abraham says, don't you fear, brothers, that what if a spirit possession you or make your condition serious by attacking you, really challenging? Job of you all.
Free salute to work.
I'll let you answer that. I mean, to me, it doesn't. I don't think like that. I don't go in with that mindset. Otherwise, I'd never go. So yeah, I don't think about spirits possessing me and stuff like this and that. I mean, if it happens, then I'll cross that bridge when it gets to it, and I will try and seek the appropriate help that I would need if ever needed that.
Personally, I go into my mindset is whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't ever think something's going to happen, because I think if you're subconsciously thinking something's going to happen, then nothing will.
Yeah.
Because spirits, they can. Go on, Jonathan.
I said I got it right here. If y'all want to list it real quick.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
you'll hear me talking, and it will come in right before. I'll tell you up the road up here. It's a family plot, and can y'all hear it?
Yep.
I'll tell you up the road up here. It's a family plot, and I don't know what in the hell was that? That's where we got it right where you can hear the scream without me talking and anything like that. Did y'all hear it?
Yeah, and is that the second clip? Is that the one where Gizmo, or was that the second clip of the truck?
No, that's the second clip at the truck. You want the Gizmo one?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Y'all, last night you will hear the little scream. I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. I will go find my speaker. I will hook up the speaker just so we can get the idea of how loud the scream is. Okay, I got my speaker on, plugged all up, and let's see if we can hear it. Now, the first one really got me and my dad. It did startle me just a little bit, but an hour and 2 minutes into the video was really crazy. And right here is the first one, and you'll see me holler a little bit, say, "What was that?" And things. Let's see. I'm going to set Gizmo back up on the standby. What in the hell was that? That was last of
it. Like in real time, it was so loud.
Yeah.
On the camera, and I had earphones on, and that was super loud on there when that went. Yeah, that was a good capture. Very good capture.
I still to this day I don't really know exactly what it could have been.
Yeah.
I mean I know a lot of people saying it's different things, but I'm still doing some research online and everything and trying to find different sounds and different hollers and stuff like that just to see what it was. Because it done it twice and it sounded just exactly like both times. And if it was somebody, they would gave out a breath fake because it was on one side of the bridge, and within 45 minutes to an hour we went over to the truck and it still sounded just exactly like it. Within an hour, you still gonna be trying to catch your breath. So I just don't think it's a person. It has to be, and I don't believe it's an animal. So it has to be something other that I don't understand and explain.
Yeah. Well, PW in the comments here says, yeah, Jonathan captured the scream of the Banshee, that she's convinced of it. She's convinced that it was a Banshee. And then Wendy says, the look on Jonathan's face told it all. He was very frightened.
I bet I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I would have been.
And even Sam says that he believes what PW says about the Banshee. Yeah, and then Mary says some people are afraid of the cold, so I thought you should talk about it. Talk about it a little bit.
Well, it's just people say they reckon when the spirit's there, it's a cold it's a cold
spot, like a cold entity. Have you ever felt anything like that, Jonathan, on location? Like feeling 1 minute you're feeling like a normal temperature, and then all of a sudden the temperature drops and you're feeling cold.
Well, you feel like you said when your nan touched you,
like goosebumps and stuff.
Was it cold? You know.
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go. See what I mean?
It was cold.
Yeah,
At the same time, it's also same when my mom visited me when I was sleeping that night. When I woke up in a cold sweat and everything like that, I was freezing, and
yeah,
my wife woke me up out of dead sleep. But I was sitting there talking to my mom. You know, I mean, I know she was standing there just like me and you sitting there right now.
Yeah.
It was plain, and the whole room was cold to me. My wife, she said she didn't really feel it, but I mean, you know, and when we go to the clinic, also is another place that you can find cold spots easy, and it be 100 degrees outside. You walk in there, and every once in a while you'll find a cold spot, and it will move around with you too.
Yeah. Because we went to a location not so long ago. We went to a place called Petworth Chapel, and it's on camera, and I remember feeling at the back of the chapel in the far end of the wall, there's like a little alcove bit. And I'm guessing back in the day, that's where the priest and that would have stood and spoke to the people.
Yeah.
And I felt a real bad cold spot. It was horrible. Yeah, it wasn't nice at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paranormal Witch says, "See, I'm not alone. Sammy agrees with me. It was a banshee. Very scary." Shah said, "Babes, that's just my feet, lol." I have no idea what she's talking about. That's what Shah said.
Feeling cold.
Oh,
Sitting feet.
Don't you think that's cool? Pardon the pun. Yeah, I do think it's very cool. Very, very cool. And then I get excited when I think and feel things like that as well. It still gets to me.
See, what used to happen to me when I was younger, I used to feel the bed go down by my feet.
Like someone was sat there.
Yeah, as if someone come just sat on the edge of the bed. And I always used to just put my head under the quilt when it happened. Like, I don't ever know who it was, what it was, but I felt that a lot when I was a kid. But I never found out who or what it was.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt anything like that?
Never sat on the end of my bed. Never felt anything like that. But I don't know. Like, I like to sleep with my feet outside the cover anyway. But I've never felt anyone sat on my bed or tug at my bed sheets. Or anything like that.
The bed go down.
But
weird.
I have felt, and me and my wife both saw it at exactly the same time. We were sat in bed, and this blue light, it come from the radiator, and it sort of like just it was all over in the blink of an eye. But we both saw it, and it wasn't until we done Fort Whitley on an investigation and we actually spoke to a medium person that was there, and she says that blue lights are family members. So I generally now believe that it was either my nan or my wife's nan or potentially her granddad or someone like that.
Yeah.
But I've never felt anyone like a presence at the end of my bed or anything like that. No, not that. Sam says, I've been outside in 90 degrees heat and a cold spot passes me and it felt like someone opened a freezer door. Yeah, definitely. Leah says, we're due 33 next week. I'm guessing that's
degrees.
weather. Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm at work.
So Wendy's putting a clip of the screen, guys, on there. So feel free to go and check that out. I've subscribed to your channel and will soon share one more real life incident took place in my surroundings next to the stream and probably few stream do stream on this topics. Yeah, no, thank you so much. And like I said, you're always welcome in and share your stories. That's what it's all about. People just saying hello and stuff. Scroll down a little bit further. Everyone's saying nice to meet Leah. It's very nice.
That's been mum, by the way, guys.
I have a kitty cat that passed that comes in and sits on me. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
There's been so many reports and videos of late on the internet of animals hanging around their homes where they once lived, and coming to say hello to their owners and whatnot. There's a very, very good clip on YouTube, and I don't see any way that this could be faked. There was a guy, he was talking to one of his family members via a video chat, and all he done was span the camera around, and he caught the glimpse of a shadow of his dog that had passed away only months beforehand. So I generally believe that animals can still.
So I just want to tell a story. So my mum's dog, he passed away last year, because my mum's just put it in the chat, and my dad doesn't believe in spirits and ghosts and stuff. He's just not that type of person. And one night, when was it, Mum? Well, my dad rolled over, and he just turned over to my mum and just said, "Rocco's here. I can smell him.
Oh,
He's here. I can smell him." And for my dad to say that,
yeah.
the dog must have been there, because he's just not bothered about it. He's just not into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, for someone like my dad to say that, is quite a thing.
Yeah.
And
it's quite a statement for somebody to make who doesn't believe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, because it was my mum's.
Pride and joy.
Yeah,
it's like a kid, isn't it?
But yeah, so yeah, animals can come back and visit us. Absolutely.
I think Jonathan's like that with Barnaby. It's like having a little kid around the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's nice when animals come back and visit us. It means that they miss us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'd rather sometimes on some days I'd rather see my old dog than my old friend. Electromagnetic energy. There's no way there isn't it. Huh? There's no way there isn't it. Have I read that completely wrong?
Electromagnetic energy. There's no way there isn't it.
So what you're saying is that electromagnetic does exist. That's what I take from that question.
Yeah. Well, it's proven by scientists there is electromagnetic field. So
yeah, and that works with like going back to like the K2s and stuff. Like you have to be careful. If you hold up the K2 to a light bulb or a light switch or a TV or a refrigerator or something like that, it's going to spike.
But it does with the phone.
Yeah, with the phone. If you put your phone next to it, it goes off.
Yeah,
and also the K2, if you was to hit it on something or shake it, it'll also go off too. So when I use one, I normally just let it sit down and let it sit there further away from me. I'm really not big with the K2, but I mean, I use it, but I don't really put 100% into it, because, like I said, the distance is supposed to be like what 3 to 5, 6 feet from it, like my phone, and it wasn't supposed to do it, but it still does it. So
yeah.
So you have to set it up.
I know you've got to be careful with them, but like when we're in the middle of a woods or the middle of the cemetery or something like that, where there's no electric charge, and you're one away from it and it's going off, and especially we've been on locations where we've specifically said, if you're here with us, touch this device and leave it on red, and it's done that. And then as soon as you say step away, it goes back to the green light. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. So just go back to the comments.
Spirit animals will never leave their owners. They will always be around. It's their family. They still want to protect.
Yeah.
Protect is terrible.
Religiously in Christianity, the only one who is dead, his soul can't be on this earth. The spirit haunt that, please, and do dangerous things in the name of the person died. There are
not beloved ones.
Leah says, I just wish I could actually see him.
Yeah. I've heard K2s can give a false positive, but I still use mine.
We use ours all the time. we've got 3 now. Well, actually, we've got 4. So we've got 3 of the standard K2s with the lights that flicker up and down, red to green, and then we've got a what do you call it? It's got like an alarm on it. So the more reading, the more beeps it gives on the alarms. Now that's only ever gone off on one location. So that device definitely works.
And where did that go off?
That was at Alton Church. The church at Alton, St. Matt or whatever it's called.
Oh, well, off there. I thought it went off at somewhere else.
I think we named the video "The Lady in White."
Yeah.
So that went off there. I'm highly charged. I always get electric shocks off cars, people, etc. Would that affect things like the REM pod or K2, etc.? I wouldn't have said so personally. No. I mean, it's one thing getting an electric shock off of like a shopping trolley or something like that, but then you've got to bear in mind what kind of floor you're stood on as well. And like it's like getting a balloon. You know, you rub it on your head, your hair will stick up. You stick the balloon to the ceiling. That is not going to make a REM pod go off. So no, I don't think so.
Are there any devices you're absolutely not used to go off because they affect each other?
No, I mean, like we won't put certain devices next to other devices.
No.
So like we won't have a REM pod. We won't have a K2 and then have the phone sat next to it because it will just go off continuously.
Yeah.
There's certain equipment out there that we don't use. Like we don't use dowsing rods. I don't believe that they actually do what people say that they do. If it's working for you, then that's absolutely fine. That's just my personal belief. Same as like Ouija boards, we don't mess with Ouija boards.
No.
And like pendants, like hanging the pendant over. You've got to have a real sturdy hand for that. So what I was thinking is, because I know you sent us the board, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we haven't had an opportunity to use that. But what I'm waiting for is to get like a metal triangle almost that you can place over it, hang the pendant from it, and you don't have to touch it. Because if you start getting readings then from it, I think it's more conclusive than my hand, because you're always going to have involuntary movement in your hand. Even when you think you're dead still, you're not. You'll still have an involuntary movement. So, yeah.
Almost 4 a.m. here in India. What time in the UK? 11:30.
Yes, 11:30 here in the UK. So we'll be live till midnight tonight, guys. And yeah, after midnight, we're going to go to bed.
We're actually trying to work on getting us a better way to keep our tablet charged when we do our SLS camera.
Yes.
I guess I'll just take a car battery, carry it around with us. Sure to God, it'll have enough energy in it to keep my tablet charged. But
if you can get hold of, they probably sell it in like Walmart or somewhere like that. You can get hold of the Energizer power banks. We've got one now that I bought. I paid £25 for it, so probably work out about $30. That thing will keep you charged for a week.
Yeah.
That is such a good power bank. I mean, it takes 6-7 hours for a full charge. But once it's there, I used it the other week when we went away, and it kept mine and my wife's phone charged for the whole weekend. So if you're on location, you can have that thing plugged into your SLS camera, leave it resting on the tripod or something like that, and that will keep plenty of juice in there. Yeah.
Me and my dad's getting ready to go buy another Gizmo DOS, so we're actually going to have 2 of them working with us.
Yeah.
For long, and maybe we might pick up a third one. I don't know. It's going on if they have them there at the store when we go pick them up.
Yeah. So, because I know that you haven't got a REM pod, have you? And that's one thing that I want to send you over for Christmas is a REM pod.
Well, we use this as one right now, so
yeah.
there's a lot of people say that they like to see him out there investigating, but I'm actually going to try to get him some earmuffs and some little socks put on his feet and his little gloves on his hands. Give him a little shirt put on.
Keep it warm. Get him a little crossover shirt or something.
Yeah, I'm working on getting him one made, so it might take me a while.
That would be pretty cool. Just going back through the chat, so 11:30 here, so it's 5:30 US in Texas, where PW is. Sam says, I have a pendulum and a board. I want to get a stand for it. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. So I want to get a stand so I can hang the pendulum from it. Obviously, you can't really use it on an outdoor location because the wind will manipulate it.
Mm.
But if you're in a room where there's no wind, windows, doors are shut, and it starts moving left and right, yeah, I'll probably leave, to be honest. So the next incident which I'm going to share with you guys is more mysterious than this boy story. You will be stunned by it. Next incident, I promise. PW says, I've got a pendulum and tarot card. I love it. Leah says, ROK, is it hot there where PW is? PW says it's 107 right now. Paranormal Witch May says, I'm hot, Texas. You are so welcome. Please do come back next time. Recan, they had solar powered. Oh, I've lost it. They had solar powered calculators since I was in school. You'd think we wouldn't have to charge phones anymore. Yeah. No, 100%. And like me and Carl, we get quite stressed. Like I'm always saying to him, it's 2024. We're nearly in 2025, and we can't get a phone signal to go live or send a text. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Where can you get those Gizmos dolls from? I'd like to get one.
So is that the same as like a Rembear?
Yeah, you tap it and its head starts moving and dancing and stuff like this and that. But Stan wants to know where you can get it from, buddy.
Stan
wants to know where you can get a Gizmo from.
Go on Walmart. They will have gizmos there, or you can go into the store and pick them up. There'll be an electronic section. They do go fast, so if you get there, you might want to grab you one or two because they go pretty quick.
And are they quite cheap to buy, or do they set you back a fair few dollars? Or
they're about $29 a piece plus tax.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's better than $300-400 for a REM pod.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, the REM pod that I'm going to send you over for Christmas, I'll be building that myself. And to be fair, it only cost me about 15-20 quid to build one, and then it probably cost me about a tenner to ship it. So, and then all you'll need to do then is put a 9-volt battery in it. I don't think we can send batteries across the water, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And it'll be cheaper for me to send it without the battery because it'll be lighter. So, what do you think an unsolved demonic cases? Have I missed something? Cute little gizmo. No. What do you think an unsolved demonic cases? What happens with them? I don't know really. Like you said, it's unsolved, so it's the issue's not been solved, has it? So, me personally, I wouldn't want to be walking myself into any situations where there's a demonic case that hasn't been solved. Obviously, with exception to some haunted locations that we have here in the UK, what's the house called up in? Is it 30 East Drive?
Yeah.
That place that's unsolved. The crimes are unsolved and whatnot. And there's actually films out about it. But I would love to go there and investigate. But if you're talking more like like exorcisms and stuff like this and that, stay well away, mate. It's not worth your time or effort. Like, just stay away. Demons possessed cases unsolved. I'm sure I could get used to it. I think they're talking about the hot weather. BW, I'm out the door now. I'd like to have a proper REM pod one day. Yeah, so Sam, you can get REM pods. There's a company over here. I don't actually know if they're based in the UK or if they're just online all over the world, but it's called Spirit Shack. They sell a good range of REM pods, anywhere from £60 up to several £100s. eBay, Etsy. That's a really good website if you want to get REM pods, brand new equipment from Etsy. Or if you want, Sam, you can get in contact with me through Spirit Brothers email account, and I can build you one, and get it shipped out over there to you. It's not a problem at all. I believe some demonic possessions can be related to mental health problems, but demonic possessions does happen, but not all the time, like Zach Baggins says.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, there's a demon.
Mm.
Everywhere he goes. Have you ever come across any, like, other than at the bridge with the screens, like any like demonic entities or anything where you felt, oh, that's a bit dark and a bit sinister?
No, not really. We places that we've been so far that hasn't had any kind of demonic stuff. The sane asylum that we went to didn't feel like that or anything. There was some crazy stuff happened there, but it wasn't like really bad that you couldn't do anything. The clinic now, we did had to carry my dad out twice, and he couldn't go back into the to the building for a while. And the last time that he had to be carried out, I ain't letting him go back in what they call the red room anymore, because something over there. My dad is 175 years old, and he has, something over the spirits. It's like he's too open to the spirits or something. I don't know. We actually had to put a damper on him, saying he can't go back into that room in particular anymore. Other than that, I don't really feel anything that's been like really strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like when you was at the bridge and you got the screams and then photos as well from there. I generally believe, like, if you was there for an extended period of time, that I think negative stuff could start filtering through because of the nature of the location.
I think that was something that probably would happen pretty strong there if we would stay there for another at least an hour and a half to 2 hours longer. I figure there's something there would get a little serious.
Yeah, because it has a big story background done at the bridge, with all the murders.
Yeah,
and like all the unsolved crime, pretty much, and that random chair that was out there that one time, and it's just very spooky. Like, you expect to see that in the corner of your grandma's room, not at the bridge, like in a. So it's very weird. Very weird.
I just want to say to Abraham, thank you for coming in, buddy. Hope your friend gets better, and I hope you can find someone to help him very soon. What else was there? I think most of these people came across a real demon, they would poop themselves. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Nothing dark. Unfast sale woods. Yeah, absolutely. It was so funny. It was made my day. I'm glad. Right,
yeah. No, I mean, if I ever did, so this is the thing as a paranormal investigator, we go out to try and capture spirits, communicate, try and capture them on camera, speak to them using all these different tools and techniques and stuff. But I really want to be able to capture that unbelievable moment, you know, where you physically capture something on camera, like a demon or a succubus or black-eyed child or something like that, anything like that. But I think to myself, if I did see it, it would probably be the end of my paranormal career. Because do you know what I mean? Like it's like a catch-22 scenario, isn't
You want
it?
to see it, but you don't.
Yeah, like you want to get that holy grail moment, but
I think mine would be to see some poltergeist stuff.
mm-hmm.
Now, if I
Yeah.
start seeing one of my team members flying through the air, you know, or something like that, now
Superman.
Yeah,
you know, that'd be like the holy grail right there. Or
yeah,
or a spirit picks up a pig and throws him through the sky, and you see about pigs fly and stuff like that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Like for
that,
me, like even just like I don't know, you leave a static camera rolling and the can of Coke moves, or you know, a bottle of Pepsi moves across the table on its own.
Mm.
Like you know, and like you watch it back and you're like, damn, like Jesus Christ. Like that would be enough for me. But I would love to just like you know be walking through these dark tunnels or be walking through you know the woods and something pokes out from behind the tree and runs towards the camera and like I would love to see it, but at the same time, like
Shit yourself. Not gonna
yeah,
lie.
I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
yeah, I would need a rewind. Right, yeah, I'll be running out there so fast, like Spider-Man wouldn't have shit on me, mate. I'll be gone.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that would be mine. Now, I don't want to see no black eyed children. I'm gone. Uh,
Mm.
they just a little bit more freakier than what I want to tinker with. You know.
Well, like I said, we don't get many reports of the black-eyed children over here, do we?
No.
But if I did
No.
ever see one, if it didn't have a black eye already, it would if I saw it, because I'll be punching it and running, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah. Paranormal Witch says real demons don't care about humans. We are least of their problems. They think we are dumb. Leah says hubby said I was talking to Rocco in my sleep one night.
Yeah, it's not my birthday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was just waiting to talking to Rocco.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, I absolutely agree. Sam, you agree with me or you agree with them? Yep, I see someone going through the air. I'm out of there. They can find their own way back home.
It's like
Yeah.
something happened like that, mate. All I see is tail lights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He would. He'll just see my brake lights going down the road. I'll be gone.
You'll be leaving him sitting there eating his raisins, wouldn't you?
I'll be phoning him an Uber. I hope I never run across a black-eyed child. That's what May says. Abraham says Sam TV demon are ugly and scary, but they are spirits. They cannot show themselves in physical body or in physical form. So I disagree with that comment only because we've captured spirits on camera with the shadow at the fort, with the spirits at Farley Wallop on camera.
Mm.
So I do believe whether they're demonic, whether they're nice, whether they're nasty, they can show themselves if they want. I think there's far too much. I know this is the thing: is there's no concrete evidence ever. You know, otherwise no one would ever do it. But I think that there's enough out there to warrant, you know, that this is real. You know, and if I didn't believe it, and you didn't believe it, and Carl didn't believe it, then we wouldn't be doing it, would we?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've run into a lot of people tell me that I'm crazy and stuff like that, and then I run into a lot of people to try to preach to me, throwing. You know, I am a Christian man. I do go to church, but you know, I know what thing says. But you know, if you try to tell me something or read it to me out of the Bible, and I know what their background is, you know, they've been cheating on their other spouse and stuff like that. But they don't want to hear that. They want to let you know how you are, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no, 100%, yeah.
And I've been done got reached to that again the other day, and I know this person's background, so you know, to me, if you don't, if you, I think people has to see it before they will believe it. They had to have some kind of experience before they would believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something was to touch them or kick them in the hind end and they couldn't see it and there's nobody around, they might have a good little start on the paranormal stuff,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think this day and age, because it's so like
It's out there, isn't it?
it's out there so much, through all these different social medias platforms and all these different TV channels and stuff like this and that. It's very much out there now, whereas 15, 20 years ago, people didn't really talk about it. It wasn't some, it was always there, but it wasn't as popular as what it is now.
No.
Because
And
we now have the technology to share it. And I think
social media is the one for that.
yeah, and I think so many people are so closed to the idea because they're scared of, having that experience that they completely shut it out of their minds. So they're oblivious to it. So say, for example, you've got 100 people walking through the city centre or the town centre. Only 2 people are going to see a spirit walking down the road. And everyone else is just walking past, minding their own business, listening to their music. They're on the phone or whatever, because their minds are just completely shut off from the subject.
yeah,
And I think it scares a lot of people.
I remember when my friend's wife passed away not too long ago. I went to the funeral, to show my support to him and everything.
Yeah.
And when I walked in there into that room where the body was at, me and my friend Baker, we went in there together. And I couldn't look at the person that's laying there, I can feel the presence of some person. I never felt that before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And now since I've done the paranormal, I know how to use my feelings, see if the spirit is still there with me or is it done moved on.
Yes. Yeah.
And I walked that whole line in there waiting to view the body, and I had goosebumps all over my arms, down my legs. I mean, I was covered with goosebumps.
Yeah.
And after we left out and I signed a book and all that stuff and we left out, I told Baker, I said, man, I don't know what you felt or anything or you didn't pay attention, but I said, I had hair standing up on my arms when I walked in there. And the presence was so strong that you had to force your way in, through all the spirits was there.
Yeah.
I never had that experience before.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's a very similar feeling to what we get sometimes when we're on location. Because you've been doing it for so long now, you kind of get a sense of if there's something there or not, regardless of the activity that you're getting. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you get that feeling, don't you, where this ain't, there's nothing here, sort of thing. But then you go back another time to exactly the same location, exactly the same spot, and you can feel it. Like you said, you can feel like the electricity charge like running through your body and the hair standing up, and
that time
you feel uneasy and yeah. So like the other day, like we was out investigating on the little live that we did. Now at the top end of the cemetery, we both felt welcome. We both felt, we was like allowed to be there, and the spirits wanted to communicate. But that like the feeling that you got when you moved down to the far end.
So obviously, like we said, we was up by the chapel, and like you said, we just felt welcomed. And then when we moved down the far end, it just completely switched, and it was just like we was unwelcome, and it just felt like behind us, it was just like there was like a row of spirits just watching us, wanting us to go. It was very uneasy feeling, wasn't it?
Felt very suppressed.
Yeah.
And like everything felt like it was like a lot like darker and like the energy felt really, really different down there. and kind of the necrometer kind of backed up what we was feeling, because we started getting these negative words coming through, and it told us to leave, and it was just negative, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Carl kept saying, I feel as though there's people behind me, like I can feel like they're just stood there watching. So I thought, well, okay, so we sort of tested the theory a little bit, and we went and put a REM pod over where he was feeding it. And long and behold, the REM pod started going off, the K2 was going off, the sensibles were going off.
Mm.
And it was just like, wow, like it was
Yeah.
just one of them places. And then we moved back up to the top, and that feeling,
When it's gone.
yeah, it just left. It was like I felt like upbeat again, and I felt as though I was welcomed again. And very weird feelings, yeah, very weird feelings. We'll just go back to the comments real quick. Paranormal says, I don't care, they think I am crazy. Paranormal is real. Spirits love me. Leah says he was my third son, so I'm guessing that's Rocco.
Yeah.
Exploring with Sam says spirits walk among us daily, good and evil, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I know that, you know, the saying goes, you know, you're going to find a ghost in a dark house or at a cemetery, and you never see them walking around Tesco's or like Walmart pushing a trolley. But they're there, you know, they will be there. I mean, really, these evil spirits are mysterious. We won't ever know 20% about them. No, that's correct. Dinky says, an older friend of mine passed away about 5 years ago. She told me that she always saw spirits when she was in the army. She said they looked like a real person and not see-through type. Yeah, so the other, like, we captured spirits at Farley Wallop, and we got it on camera, and it was like a light going through. But when you slow it down and take the still shots from it, you can clearly make out the outline of two spirits. And when we was at the fort and we caught the shadow, we tried to recreate this, and we just couldn't replicate it.
No.
And that was a solid shadow. Like it took the light away. And that was on camera, and like that wasn't transparent. That was a dark, solid object. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't believe that looking at a ghost, it's all like see-through, like tracing paper, or like if you're looking at it through like a bottle or something stupid like that. These can be solid, you know, solid people as they were when they were living.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of blocks out, you know, the sunlight or a fence behind it or whatever.
That's what happened to me at my house, wasn't it? When I had that dark, not shadow, but
like a silhouette.
Yeah, he was just stood in the doorway, and I was just like, "What the hell?" Looking at it, looked away, looked back, and it just walked into the wall and disappeared. And I couldn't see through it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It was weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, it's horrible. Mary says some people don't go to their funerals. Yeah, I'm not going to mine. I'm on holiday that week when my funeral is. I'm on holiday. I'm going somewhere nice and sunny. Sam says when I'm doing an investigation, the spirit will let me feel how they passed. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
That must feel quite horrible at the same time.
Yeah, like depending on the circumstances of how that individual passed over, like I wouldn't want to feel like I've been shot or stabbed or strangled or anything like that. Like that'd be a very suppressing feeling. I think that would be that emotional that I would actually probably have to call it a day and leave. Have you ever felt like that on a location? Like you felt like so upset or so angry or something?
No, not really. I tried to hurry up and get out of that spot before it started having an effect on me a lot like that.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, if I don't feel safe or comfortable, I'm not going to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people tell me I'm wrong about it, but my life is a little bit better. My mind is a little bit better to support instead of try to let something take over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
only been one time that got really sick, and I was on the bridge, and we had to leave because something there was killing me, you know. And
Mm.
we had to pack our stuff up and leave before something serious was happening.
Mm. Yeah, because I feel that way. Like I don't really know. Like, I'd never say it out loud, but I always think to myself, like, I always know in my heart and in my head that when I'm on location with Carl, if anything happens, I've got his back, and I will protect him to the. I don't care. Like, I'll take a bullet for him. I'll protect him to the death.
Yeah.
But in reality, I can only do so much. Like, I can protect him against another living human being. You know, if someone wanted to throw a punch, I could step in the way and, you know, take that punch for him, sort of thing. But when it comes to spirits, like, how am I supposed to? Do you know what I mean? Like how am I supposed to protect something that I can't see?
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like it does my own head in a little bit because I know I've got his back and I know I'll keep him safe. And if he falls over, I'll pick him back up. I'll probably laugh, but I'll pick him back up and stuff like that. But you know, with a dark entity or something, like, how am I supposed to protect?
Yeah.
You know, I've told him that I'll protect him, but how can I? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it does do my head in a little bit, but I try not to think about it too much. But it does affect me, like, mentally in my head. Like when I'm driving to a location, and I never speak about it because there's no point. There's nothing I can do. But it does go in my head a little bit. Like, what if? You know, I always try to go to a location with an open mind, as in, you know, don't expect anything because if you expect it, chances are you're not going to get it, and then you're going to drive home disappointed. And then you're going to start thinking to yourself, well, what's the point in doing this anymore? Because, you know, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I
don't try to think about the negative when I go out. I want to try to keep everything. Hey, we're going to see something, or we're going to make sure we're going to give a good show to everybody and stuff like that. And then,
positive mindset.
The main thing is going through my head. I hope people don't think I'm faking because I'm not. You know, that's the only thing I'm thinking of. And how can you do something like that if I'm the only one's behind the camera reading the chat and something over there goes off, you know?
But the thing is the only thing that I would say to you about that is it doesn't matter whether you've got one camera around you or 50,000 cameras around you capturing stuff. You will always get people out there that say this isn't real. So you just got to kind of block them people out a little bit, you know, because they're entitled to believe what they believe. But what I would say, and what I've said it before to people when they've been on our chats, going, "This isn't real. This is fake." Well, you come and stand here then, and then tell me how you feel. Do you know? So
and also it's like, well, if you believe it's fake, why are you watching my?
Yeah. If you think it's fake, while you're watching,
you know.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. You know, when I'm going out there, like that night when the gizmo went off. I was sitting there beside it on the bridge, you know, and when it went off, and the first thing popped in my mind before I done my reaction, did anybody see if I hit the bridge, or did I hit it with my knee or my hand? Because I had my hands in my pocket. And you know, I was sitting there, and when I'm sitting on that little stool, I can't get up. I ain't fast enough to get up because you're sitting down a little bit in an uncomfortable zone to me, and it takes a while. And I'm a big old fat boy, and I'm getting old, and I can't get up and down like I used to. So, that's the main thing that runs through my mind.
Yeah, it does with me as well. I don't know if it does with you, but it does with me. Like when we was at the Neolithic tomb and the stone moved on camera, we just left a static camera running. We went outside, we had a cup of tea, we had a cigarette, and a stone went across the camera. Now, we know that there was nobody else in there, and that, but people watching might think, oh, well, it's easy for them to say they were outside. You know, they could have still thrown it or whatever. But all I can say is, I know I didn't. And I know he didn't because he was stood next to me. You know, I've got a cigarette in this hand and a cup of tea in this hand.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't throwing anything. And what I always say, and what we've always said is, what's the point in spending all this money on equipment, traveling hours and hours and hours, putting in money in fuel and this, that, and the other just to fake something?
Mm.
Like, if we want to do that, we can do it at home.
Yeah.
I could be like, oh, look, the camera's moving. Oh, I didn't touch it. I swear to God, I didn't touch it. Like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, it doesn't matter whether you've got one camera or 10 cameras. You will always get negative people.
Yeah.
And just, I know I shouldn't, but I give them that, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it does give you a little weird feeling when you get that one moment, the one cool thing that happened, you caught on camera.
yeah,
It makes you feel good about it because
Mhm.
you was there.
Yeah.
And when you go live, that's the reason why I do my lives live, because I don't do none of my investigations recording except when I go to family cemetery, because I don't have signal there.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I try not to edit none of my videos because I've seen a lot of people that does, and I heard a lot of people talking about it and stuff like that.
yeah,
'Cause, they add stuff in, and I just don't want to listen to all that. If people edit their
yeah,
videos, they can.
yeah.
And that's just the way I just like to do all my live investigations. If you see it, you see it. If you hear it, you hear it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, we edit our videos. We don't edit it so we put bits in, or
Yeah.
we edit it so we can put like the wordings in, and put like maybe like a bit of dramatic music or something like that. Like we don't edit it to the point where we're adding stuff in to make it more spooky or scary, like whistles and noises and this, that, and the other.
No.
Um, the issue that we have is in the UK, there's a lot of places where we can't go live.
Mm.
So we have to film, and then to post that video, you have to put it together. So that's all we do. We don't edit our videos, we just put it together and then post it. So whether something happens or not, we still post that video because that's what we've captured.
And not only that, is like we edit on our phones, so I wouldn't even know how to put in
No, I mean, I'm still learning properly on how to
whatever,
put an intro together, let alone, do
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. And I don't want to get, I don't ever want to have a bad name. I don't want, I don't see the point in it, because
Yeah.
the day you start faking your videos is the day that you should give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
If you have to fake something to get a like or a comment, then
And we've we're as honest as what we can be. We just give people raw footage what we capture. I don't feel the need. I would rather put a video out and get 20 views on it and nothing happens than put a video out and get 10 million views but I faked it.
Yeah.
Because we're not earning a single penny on YouTube. We don't earn anything. We're not like monetized or anything. I don't really care about that. What I care about is getting out with my best mate, filming and posting it. And trying to prove to people around the world that there is more to life.
I think these people that will say, "Oh, it's fake," they didn't realise we spent 50 quid in fuel, 20 quid on food, spent 2 hours getting there,
Yeah, £120 to book,
spending 3-4 hours there in the cold filming it, then driving home, then spending a whole day the next day editing it and trying to get it right. And people don't see that side of things. So yeah,
they don't see the stuff that goes on in the background, on how much hard work it takes to put a video together and how much time and effort.
Yeah.
So like we'll put out an hour episode, but we've been filming 5 hours, we've been driving 3 hours, we've been, so it's yeah. But I'll just go back to the chat. Leah put, Carl's brother messed with Ouija boards when he was about 12.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. Was it a bad?
No, I just
ending?
remember him, mum and dad finding out, and he went mad because they know not to mess.
Yeah. Paranormal Witch says, Sam, you are so welcome. I'm here to help anytime. I have a video of ghost spirit walking while crossing the path. Jesus cross, it disappeared. I have video with proof. If you can send it, send it over to Spirit Brothers at gmail.com, and we'll have a little look at that. Appreciate that. Leah says he regretted it. PW, he heard someone running across the landing and rang me at work in tears.
Yeah, so let me tell you about the story. So our school was a 5-minute walk. So, and me and my brother used to walk to school every day.
Just Blackdown?
Yeah, Blackdown,
Okay,
in Park Gardens, yeah. And we got halfway there, and one morning my brother said, "Oh, I've forgotten some books." So I said to him, "Right, you run back and I'll walk back. And hopefully by the time you're ready, we'll meet and then
go to school."
So he ran back, I walked back, and by the time I got to my house, Nick was 2 doors up crying to a lady called Julie. Now, she was a medium. So the front door was wide open, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And my brother said, he went through the front door, and he walked in, and he went up the stairs, and we had the bathroom right at the top, and his bedroom was to the left. So he said he walked in his bedroom, went down to get his books, and all he heard was running across the landing, and he thought it was me. And as he got up to look, he said this thing just like jumped through his doorway onto his bed, and he just completely freaked, which you would, wouldn't you? So that's what the story, what my mum's saying, that he heard someone running across the landing. He thought it was me, got up and turned around and looked, and this thing just jumped through the doorway at him, and it wasn't. Well, it's not me. So.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And the medium come round and checked the house, and especially his bedroom. And I don't know if you heard of these, but everyone's got a power guide. Every person's got a power guide that goes around with them, and only very few lucky people get to see their power guide. And apparently, my brother was one of them. But they can come in as it could be an animal, it could be a sheep, like
like a human, an angel, or anything.
Yeah, it could be whatever.
Yeah.
And my brother, apparently, this medium believed that it was a power guide for my brother, showing himself to my brother.
But it scared the shit out of him.
Well, yeah, it would. I mean,
it would any of us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So someone come bouncing through that door now, I'm out that window. Right?
I'm getting my phone out filming. So that's what my mum was going on about there. Yeah.
Mary says my mother-in-law did not go to hers. Leah says he had to go see a medium who helped him. Plus, we took him to a spiritualist church to get him healing, etc.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, guys, don't mess with Ouija boards unless you absolutely know what you're doing.
The medium told him how to shut down at night with a Bible on husband beside table. That's crazy. If you believe you are not a brave person, brave soul, don't get into any haunted places. Stay away from these things. The spirits are not your servant. They can attack. Better don't call them. Stay safe. Charlene says, happy birthday, baby Carl. I love you. Oh, okay, yeah. So, guys, we have come past midnight, okay? So it is Carl's birthday today.
25 people, 25.
So, yes.
I'm not.
So if everyone can say happy birthday to Carl, because it's his birthday now. I wish I could play some birthday music, but I can't do that because I'm not on a laptop. But, happy birthday, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Jonathan. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Happy birthday, Carl.
Thank you.
Let's skip through this chat. Oh, there you go. We're at the bottom anyway. Yeah, so yeah, guys, if everyone can say happy birthday, there you go. It's all coming through now.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
He doesn't look 50, does he? Oh, dear. What is the time?
Well, from midnight.
Oh, is it 10 past?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll shut this down in a few minutes, and I'll get him back home so he can go and see his other half and go to bed.
I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
Get some well-deserved rest.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's been really good having you back on, Jonathan, and talking and sharing your experiences with us.
Even my mum said, she was like, I hope you get Jonathan back on. She's like, I love his accent. So, yeah.
Well,
So, yeah,
hopefully,
she's glad that you can come back on.
what is it, 2026? Hopefully you'll be over here and we can all go out and have a nice meal and do some investigating and
Absolutely. Be awesome.
be able to meet Carl's mum and listen. She can listen to your accent.
Yeah, we hadn't figured out what time of the year to come over yet, though.
Well, it doesn't matter if you come over in January or December. It's going to be raining.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. Yeah. So bring your hat, bring your scarf, bring your gloves. It will be cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring your hat. Definitely bring your hat. Don't bring the gun. Leave the gun. Bring the hat.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a pleasure having you back on.
It's been an honor to be on y'all's channel.
Yeah, and we would love to sort out a time and a date where we can jump up with you on your channel and answer any questions that you want to throw at us.
See, that even my mum just says, "I love your accent, Jonathan." So,
it's just the time difference for us, but we'll figure it out one Sunday when Carl's got a day off work where he hasn't got to be up the next morning. Maybe if we can make it a little bit earlier for us.
I can go early after I get home from church. Like I say, around about 1:30, 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon for me. I'll do that for y'all so I can get y'all on.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I think even at like 4 o'clock your time, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 9 p.m. here. So even that would work as long as you haven't got work the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll figure it out in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be amazing to jump up with you, and we can answer whatever questions you want to throw at us and stuff like this and that. But yeah, it's been brilliant having you back, and really enjoyed it. I hope that everyone in the chat there is enjoyed it as well, and whatnot. So yeah, we're going to go and get some kit now because it's gone midnight here, and for some reason I'm really hungry.
I am too.
I can't believe what you ate last night. Yeah, McDonald's. Last night he messaged Lindsay. I had 10 chicken nuggets, 2 double cheeseburgers, and a large fry. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's so good. That's so good.
But no, we appreciate you, buddy. So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week as well. Say hi to Barnaby for us, and we'll catch up soon.
All right. I appreciate
it. Leah says kebab, Daz. Oh, yes, please. Yeah, I'd have a kebab. Yeah, if you can bring me one, that'd be even better. Right, well, take care, buddy, and we'll chat soon. And thank you all for joining us this evening, guys. Wherever you are in the world, we hope that you all have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. And all that's left to say from our side is stay safe, guys, and stay on the hunt. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, Jonathan.
Cheers, Jonathan.